and then back on the brakes from 84th Street to Holly Road and out of the Stadium Interchange. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today, mostly sunny skies, a high of 37. Tomorrow, increasing clouds, rising temperatures, a chance of showers, a low of 34. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Are you looking for reliable transportation this holiday season? I've got you covered. Hey, it's Jen Latta from ESPN Milwaukee. With holiday parties, family gatherings, and year-end events on the horizon, I trust Accutrans Group to handle all my private transportation needs. Whether it's a corporate function or a festive celebration, Accutrans gets me there safely and on time. As a veteran-owned business, they pride themselves on top-notch service that you can count on. Booking is easy, stress-free, and reliable. Just visit AccuTransGroup.com to reserve your holiday ride today. That's AccuTransGroup.com.
A blizzard of $300,000 in prizes is rolling into Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee. It's Arctic action. One in? Step 1. Earn entries with your rewards card December 1st to the 18th. Step 2. Show up for Thursday drawings. Step 3. Be ready for a chance to pick from a weekly prize board. As a bonus, there'll be a jackpot drawing for the leftover prizes. Arctic action. Only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
Tune in to KBN every day at 2 o'clock. Kyle Brust and Nortman. 94.5 ESPN is WKTI and WKTI HD, Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Three-time Wisconsin Sports Writer of the Year, Jason Wilde.
There aren't any Jasons 12 and under. That's a dead name.
Packers Hall of Famer, Mark Tauscher.
How many kids do you hear, hey, Marky, it might be almost to the point of Ruth.
Live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studios in downtown Milwaukee at the 3rd Street Market Hall.
You love that name so much, you don't even go by it.
If you call me Mark, I'm fine. I like my name. I like my name a lot.
This is Wilde and Tausch.
Wilde and Tausch.
It's Wilde and Touch, isn't it?
Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
Of Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN Milwaukee, 100.5 ESPN Madison, 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam, ESPNWisconsin.com, the ESPN app, your Alexa speaker, streaming live video, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and of course everything you need on the all-new, all-redesigned, all-free, and all-customizable ESPN Wisconsin app. Also available on Spotify. I'm Jason Wilde in Green Bay. Jesse Nelson is in the Everlight Solar ESPN Madison studios. And so is the Packers Hall of Famer, the one, the only, the Mark Tauscher. Tausch, good morning. How are you?
I'm doing really well, and I'm doing really well for a couple of reasons.
Tell me more.
This morning on Wisconsin's Morning News with Eric and Vinny and Pancake, they brought up an interesting question, like, where are we feeling? How are we feeling? Like, you just mentioned Kubler. I'm kind of going through that process. Sunday, I was, and now, after what we talked about yesterday, and after Brandon in Tulsa called,
good call,
and kind of laid out his thoughts, the more, and I want to thank our fans. for this because a lot of times we get caught up and we get bubbled a little bit. And
thank them for their service?
I am. Because anytime you lose a player of the caliber of Micah and then you factor in Tucker, you think all is lost. My vibe is back.
Oh, boy.
No. It hasn't changed a ton. I've come back to we win on Saturday. We're the 2 seed. And the way this NFC playoffs has went, we'll be favored every game except if we have to go out to L.A. We'll be favored in every other game. So Saturday's obviously a biggie. If we lose Saturday, I will at some point be on that postgame show, and I'll probably say the road's going to be too tough, having to be a 6 or 7 seed. But if we end up in that 2 slot, I'm still not at the point. I still believe completely that we can pull it off. So
you're a Super Bowl believing Packers fan, as Homer likes to say at the start of his show.
Everything is hinging on Saturday to me. Ooh. It's a big boy game because that difference of hosting and being and you know what? Even if you win, you're still smelling and sniffing at the 1. So while it's going to be a bigger challenge, and this is the part that I want to thank our fans for, and myself included.
You're thanking yourself?
I am. Is bringing up how good, appreciate you, how good our defense was last year without Micah. That is a good reminder to all of us that while anytime you take someone that has 60-some-odd pressures and the sacks and all of the disruption that Micah has brought is a monster loss, we were pretty dang good last year without him. And, Kenny Clark. Kenny Clark had a bad year last year. He was dinged up. He had the bad toe.
Yeah, bad foot. Yep.
Devontae Wyatt. Devontae Wyatt didn't finish the season very well. So is the challenge there? Is it harder than it was before last game? Absolutely. But I do think, as is always the case in the NFL, you react, you get emotional, and then you start kind of winding your way back. And my wind is feeling a lot better today than it was on Monday.
Well, good. I'm thrilled to hear that. And I'm thrilled.
With that said, I'm very concerned about Saturday, though. Just okay. I want to be crystal blank and clear. I thought last week we'd lose. I'm not sure which way I want to go yet with this game on Saturday. I don't know yet. I got till Friday to figure that out.
What makes you?
A little bit of everything.
Okay.
I think the fact that we don't have Micah. The fact that they run the football and are physical, what they did in the second half against us. I don't know where Christian Watson's health is. If Christian Watson's not playing, I'm picking the Packers to lose. I'm telling you that right now.
I'm right there with you. Yep. Mm-hmm. That is the fulcrum for me in my belief versus my skepticism. So it's interesting that you mention the way the Packers defense performed last season. And the fact that they spent, as I believe Brandon pointed out in his call, all the way from Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Did we ever soundgraph Brandon's call?
I haven't.
It was so good.
Yeah,
it's too late now. No, it's over. But it would have been really good because he really was good.
He prompted conversation on multiple shows. So
it was a great call.
He's gotten some good run
Big B and Tulsa. Yeah. I told you I'm getting to Oklahoma next year, and I'm gonna look up Brandon just because of that take. I don't know if we'll get together, but I'm gonna look up Brandon when we get down there.
So what does that mean? Look him up. You're going to get out the white pages?
So Jesse's got his info.
Go to a phone booth, look up.
Jesse will have his info, and I can send him an email or some via text and say,
sure.
Hey, we're in Oklahoma City.
What do you want to do with Brandon?
I don't know.
Lunch?
How close is Tulsa to Oklahoma City?
These are all really good questions. I've never been to Oklahoma. It's one of the only states left I haven't, so that's one thing we're going to beep.
The reason I ask is that you have a history of going to the state of Florida and assuming that everyone that lives in Florida that you know is close by.
Here's the thing you don't know about me, or you just don't listen. And that is when you are a hockey parent and you travel the amount that we have prior to this year, 3 and 4 hour drives are child's play, man. Like if we played in Chicago, I looked at that as a home game. So this idea, Oklahoma, I know if I'm talking Texas and it's Dallas compared to El Paso, or where's Texas Tech located? What city is that?
Lubbock.
I know I don't want that drive because Texas is a big old state now. But Oklahoma,
this is cake.
I can get from Tulsa to Oklahoma City. That's child's play, brother.
107 miles.
Yeah, 107 miles.
107 miles.
I could e-bike that. I'm not going to, but I could.
That I'd like to see.
What are you going to do in Oklahoma City?
I don't know. I've never been.
Rodeo?
Maybe.
Thunder game?
Maybe.
Dynasty.
Not yet.
Well, as much as I could talk Oklahoma tourism all day, we brought up the concept of this defense having been
How did
planned.
that poll turn out yesterday that we put in the field?
Jesse, how'd that poll turn out?
I'm starting to wonder if I'm speaking to like empty walls.
No, you know what?
No, I feel like I'm talking. I might as well talk to the wall. Give me some Hallman Lindsay paint, and I'm going to fire it up against the wall, and I'll just watch that because that's getting about the same as when I'm asking for. I don't want to be cranky today.
I went and
Too late.
I and apparently the entire city of Sun Prairie went to get a car wash yesterday. And while
what does that have to do with putting a pole in the field at 11 a.m.?
So you did not put the pole in the field and you did not
car wash lines?
Brandon.
While
you could have done it while you were waiting in line for the car wash.
This is the worst excuse I've ever heard.
I haven't even said what happened yet.
You already brought up the fact you have no out on this. Go ahead.
Oh, I can't wait for this. This is going to be so
While
good.
I was in line for the car wash, I did some digging on comparing some of the defensive numbers from 24 to 25, and I was thinking about how to craft the poll, and I've got all the information written down in the notes on my phone.
Then it was my turn, and I left my window open, and the car wash sprayed water all over my
took
notes.
25 minutes to get brought out.
The car wash was too efficient. They were cycling people in like crazy getting through that thing. And so I got too quickly through the car wash, drove home. Becca wasn't home yet. I ended up taking the dog outside and playing with him and starting cleaning up, and I just totally forgot to post the poll. My bad. But I got all the info, and I can post it right now if you'd like me to.
No, I don't want it. It's over. It's dead. I'm just
Hall of Fame lame excuse.
That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. I literally said this at 10:45 yesterday. You weren't at a car wash for an hour and 15 minutes yesterday.
Well, you told Jason to post it before the show wrapped up, and I take no responsibility for Jason's.
When is this holiday break coming? I think we all need one. I went from such a good mood, and y'all just keep chipping away at me. Like, you want me to be mad at
y'all?
Angry. Yeah, you do. You do. And that's okay. I'm not going to let you. I'm not going to let you do that to me today.
I do have another long pregame show I'm also preparing for this week. Indefinite amount of time, so I spent a little time getting ready for that last night. Forgot to put the poll in the field.
Yep. That's good.
Sorry. Second game.
I'm still trying to figure out how. And by the way, I forgot to put the poll in the field, but I'm going to sneak it in that I thought you told Jason to do it.
Well, you did.
He didn't. He did not specify who was putting it in the field. You run the Wilde and Tausch Twitter account. I think we all expected you to do it.
It's still the year to check the tape.
I'm glad that your car is clean. I'm glad that Mo got to play outside.
I remember hearing Jason put that poll in the field is what I remember
No, I think
hearing.
you're making up stories. The good thing is you don't have to make up stories when it comes to Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. You can just tell the truth about how great Gina Della and her team are.
Indeed, I don't ever fight with Gina. It's sometimes it's hard to get a good bargain during this shopping season. Pella, they want to make sure everybody's holiday is brighter and clearer through those beautiful new windows from Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. And this month only, pay 0% interest for up to 24 months at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. And Pella's elves, they'll install year-round and can finish installation in as little as a day. Hurry up, the deal ends after December 31st, so schedule your free consultation today at PellaWI.com. Certain restrictions do apply. See showroom for details.
We'll get to the alleged trick question next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Wilde and Tausch is presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella at 855-PELLA-WI or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio.
Brighten up your home, workplace, or event with flowers and trust Welke's Milwaukee Florist to be your local florist. Welke's is family-owned and has delivered beauty for customers and businesses for well over 100 years. Join Welke's Flower subscription so your home is always fresh, or discover the benefits of creating a corporate account and leave the work to them. Welke's Milwaukee Florist has locations in Elm Grove and at 56th and North in Milwaukee. Go to welkes.com, that's WELKES.com for more info and to place an order.
This is Matt Meitner, owner of Sit Means Sit Dog Training. Do you find yourself talking to your dog but feel like she's not listening to you?
Bella, sit!
Are you constantly repeating yourself but she's not following your directions?
Sit! Sit!
Frustrating, isn't it? At Sit Means Sit Dog Training, we want to help you have a happy, confident, and obedient dog, and we also want to make the training process an enjoyable and worthwhile experience. Contact Sit Means Sit today to schedule a free consultation so we can create a customized training program so you are able to have the dog you want and deserve.
Sit Means Sit Dog Training. Sorry, we don't train husbands, wives, or kids.
Give the gift of game this holiday season and spread the joy with a Milwaukee Bucks gift card. A guaranteed slam dunk for every fan on your list. Recipients can score tickets to Bucks games and other Fiserv Forum events through the Ticketmaster box office. Shop exclusive gear at the Bucks Pro Shop or get their favorite snack at Fiserv Forum's concessions. It's a big win for both you and them. To purchase a gift card, visit bucks.com/gift cards.
UW Credit Union presents the Student Athlete of the Week, supporting local student athletes as they grow on the field, in the classroom, and in the community. UW Credit Union is here for every you. Learn more at uwcu.org.
With your UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week, I'm Will Summers. This week's UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week is New Berlin West senior guard Evan Kern. Kern delivered a milestone week for the Vikings basketball team, helping West open up the season 3-0 all on the road and becoming the newest member of the program's 1,000-point club. He opened the year with 12 points in a 73-50 win over Martin Luther, then followed it up with one of the biggest shots of his career. With the score tied at 54 in the Battle of New Berlin, Kern drilled a deep 28-foot buzzer beater to give West a 57-54 win over Eisenhower. He finished with 8 points in the rivalry victory. Kern capped the week by surpassing 1,000 points in a 64-54 win over East Troy, rounding out a perfect start for the Vikings. Congratulations to Evan Kern, your UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week.
When it comes to joint replacement, you want the best care available. The Orthopedic Surgery Center in Pewaukee is a leader in joint replacement, offering same-day surgery with advanced technology. Their team of experts specializes in knee, hip, and shoulder replacements, using the latest techniques to minimize pain and recovery time. By choosing them, you're choosing a center focused on providing specialized care tailored to your needs. The team at Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin can get you back to what matters, living pain-free.
And their prices are more affordable than urgent care or the ER. And they'll send a full report to your primary care doctor. Why wait at the ER? Walk in to Ortho ASAP for faster, more affordable care.
Total joint replacement. There is a difference. Visit orthowisconsin.com. That's orthowisconsin.com.
This is Eric Brown, owner of Siding Unlimited, letting you know that Siding Unlimited installs Pella windows and doors. That's right, Siding Unlimited installs windows, and we do it really well, earning the prestigious Pella Platinum Premier National Certified Contractor of the Year award 5 times. New windows, our expert team will deliver on a smooth, hassle-free installation, making you feel proud of calling Siding Unlimited for your window project. What's the next step? Call 262-567-4513 or go to sidingunlimited.com.
You're listening to Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
Getting ready to talk to Bryan Bulaga.
Yeah, catchy little royalty-free deal there. It's kind of catchy.
Again, for those of you that are intermittent listeners, if you've noticed the change in our music, we have the rights to all that great music that you're familiar with.
For now, I think, right? Is that how this is working?
That's above my pay grade call on whether or not you renew those rights or not. That's not my department.
Who do we talk to about that? I want to vote that we don't. Is there who is in charge of that, Jesse?
No one on this show.
Okay.
Jesse can't get a pole in the field or a sound graph of Brandon posted. You think he's in charge of music?
I didn't think he was in charge. I thought he would know who is in charge.
No. So if this music sounds generic and unfamiliar, in order to keep us on
it's
YouTube
feeling
and
less
Spotify,
generic though lately.
I have been, again
pleasantly surprised.
I would say I've been pleasantly surprised. Amazing. This is we do need a break.
Yeah, no, we're good. Sounds okay.
I have been pleasantly surprised by the quality of royalty-free music. There's a couple real bangers in there that I've really enjoyed.
I can tell you this: if you ever don't want to mock or imitate what I'm saying, use bangers, because I will never use that term.
I don't
promise.
I would say that I don't generally use that either, but it felt like the right word to say there. Apparently not. Would you say I'm sneaky?
No, I don't think you're sneaky. I think you're manipulative. You got some manipulation to you. You manipulate questions to get answers you want, and I don't think that's a bad thing. You probably don't like the word manipulate. After I said it, I thought, I shouldn't have said that till 11:15, because you're going to probably have a.
It's a real banger.
Tough word. Yeah.
What would you say you are? Because here's how I would, and I've said this from the moment we've started this show 10 years ago. You grease people up so that they feel comfortable, so that they'll open up more, and you'll get more info for your listeners/readers. That's how I've always saw you. And I don't know if you want to use the term manipulate or what did you... It's not sneaky. Manipulate is better than sneaky? Is that...
No, I think manipulative is more sinister.
Oh, you think so?
I do.
Okay. So what word would you use to...
Weaselly? No, I don't want that one either.
Worse.
It's definitely
Weaselly's
worse.
much worse.
So here's the thing. I try to find, as you have heard me say many, many times, it's not about the question, it's about the answer.
I have heard you say that.
The way that the question does matter is, and I'm going to send you because speaking of a good example of this, Rashawn Gary talked yesterday, and you can hear both Kyle Malzahn from WFRV Channel 5 up here in Green Bay and myself. We both try different tactics to basically see if Rashawn Gary will acknowledge to elevate his game without Micah Parsons.
Oh, okay. I can't wait to hear how you... I don't want to use the term manipulated.
It was not, but it is... Maybe there's a little bit of, what should I say, ego stroking that I have been known to use from time to
AKA
time?
manipulate, yeah.
No,
it is. You don't want to use the word, but that's what it is. Just want to let you know.
So we'll get to that later, hopefully.
Okay.
In the interim, Matt LaFleur accused me of asking him a trick question, which was basically inspired by you and Brandon.
Okay.
From yesterday. Not that anyone who wasn't listening at the time of Brandon's call would know about it, because his call never made it to our social media channels.
Yeah, there's no doubt.
Because Jesse's car wash.
I mean,
was
everyone was getting a car
Lord
wash
knows they
yesterday.
put. I'll tell you what. But I got my text exchange with Homer certainly made it up on the digital. But continue. No, woof woof.
Over 600 people at a car wash by 4 o'clock yesterday.
That's great. All right.
Are you? Wait, did you count them?
No, they told me. I said, "Wow, must be a busy day, huh?" And they said, "Yeah, we got over 600
well,
already."
We're so efficient that we get everything through.
Probably gonna hit 1,000 before the end of the night. That's crazy.
People are such sheep. People are such sheep. Oh my God, it's past 20. I gotta go wash my car. Dude, there's still tons of salt on the road. Like, give it a beat or two. Like, you got to sprint there because it's over 30. Like, come on. I digress.
You do. Sneaky, tricky questions. Could the Packers, while you would certainly, this should go without saying, the Green Bay Packers defense is better with a healthy Micah Parsons than it is without Micah Parsons. We all know that.
Correct.
We hold that truth to be self-evident that Micah Parsons is a vital... I think that's actually more...
historical.
That's
historical, but that's fine.
Okay. Deuteronomy, I believe it was in, but continue.
Leviticus.
Founding fathers.
7 chapters ago. So, I asked... Well, here's what I asked, and here's how it went with Matt LaFleur yesterday. How much does it help that you didn't get him until August 28th, that you and Jeff were planning your defense to not have him because you didn't know you were going to get him when you did. How much does that help you right now?
I feel like that's a trick question.
Yeah, get him, Matt.
In regards to, I mean, you're taking a really good player off the field, and then, but no, I know I would say, I mean, it's not foreign to us. I would say in regards to the scheme, and you're always trying to throw wrinkles in each and every week as well. Some unscouted looks, and I think Half has a great mind and is able to formulate all that stuff and make it simple for our players where they can go out there and execute.
Trick question?
Yeah, well, he knows. He's been around now. He knows how this game works. You wanted him to. I don't even know if you wanted him to do this, and that's the beauty of you compared to other journalists. You just want to get good answers.
Yeah.
I think most people clickers would want him to say, yeah, I think we can, basically we're better without Micah, which is insane to say.
That'd be dumb.
But when you look at the turnover margin, it's doubled from, and those are just facts, man. I'm not. It is what it is. That's your deviation line. So how you go about doing that, Matt caught it and was not going to go down that road, which, by the way, is very smart by him.
Yeah, I would never, and that was not my intent at all.
What were you hoping for, then?
I was legitimately...
what were you hoping for?
Basically, the line where he says it's not foreign to us is exactly what I was looking for.
Well,
and I'm going to ask Halfley about it today, too. Mm-hmm. Look, no, you would have to be a complete and utter imbecile to think they're better off without him. I'm not... There was no way that I was trying to snooker him into saying, yeah, I think we're going to be fine.
How do you rationalize that, though? And how do you rationalize that with the fact that you've had double the amount of turnovers last year compared to this?
Yeah, it has definitely been a shortcoming for them. I feel like turnovers, first of all, you have to catch the ball when you have the chance, right? And they have to have, I don't know, a dozen through the course of 14 games, dropped interceptions. If you even catch half of them, you're at least...
of them.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Nice.
Which autocorrects to Hadley whenever I try to send a text.
The old constable from Shawshank?
Is that what that guy's name is that's going to throw him off the roof?
He ended up crying, and wasn't he the guy that... I think he was the bad guy.
Yeah, well,
right?
he goes to prison, I believe. The warden takes the easy way out.
He ended it.
So... I'd like to think the last thing that went through the warden's head besides that bullet. So I don't think in any way they're better off. I don't understand why their takeaway numbers are as bad as they are. No one else seems to understand either. So that is a off-season study that they clearly will need to do. But the bottom line is that they do have experience for planning what the defense will look like without Micah Parsons on it. That's all I was curious about, is how do you view that experience from pre-August 28th until December 14th, 2025, year of our Lord? Because now we're back to everything that you were talking about before you acquired Micah Parsons. Mm-hmm. And to be clear, it's not the same because you did have Micah Parsons, and you did do things differently, and you did see how different your defense is and your pass rush and what a field-tilting, game-wrecking player he is. So it's not like you erase all that and go, it's like we never had him, because you know what you can do.
Can we check on the pressures/sacks in comparison, Vice last year to this year, too? That would be another interesting data point as you analytics nerds.
Oh, I wrote that down at the car wash.
I bet you did.
Did you write down the actual information?
Yeah.
So you have the statistics, or you have the I should look this up written down?
In 2024, the Green Bay Packers were 8th in the NFL in sacks.
Yeah, 45. I said that on the show yesterday.
Great job, Jason.
In 2025, they are 15th in sacks.
Okay, what about pressures?
With how many?
I didn't write down how many.
Okay.
Well,
don't you think that's an important nugget?
No, because there's 3 weeks left in the season, and so the facts aren't accurate sample size with 3 games still left to play.
Sure.
So you can rank where they are in the league, and that could be appropriate because everyone's the same data point year to year.
Is it starting to feel like last year's defense was better as a unit?
No.
Okay. No. Just asking a question.
No. I think Jesse, when he wasn't in the line for the car wash, made a very good point yesterday about the strength and the quality of the opponents. I think there were a lot of, I don't want to call them cupcakes, but it helped to play the AFC South last
There's a
year.
lot of cupcakes on this schedule this year, too.
AFC North better than the AFC South.
By the way, for those of you who are curious, since Jesse didn't do the work, 33 sacks.
I would definitely not say this year
season.
it's not. The AFC North stinks this year.
This year's AFC North is better than last year's AFC South. That's what we're saying.
Well, nothing is better than Coors Lights leading into Bryan Bulaga's appearance.
You got 2 teams that got 3 wins in the AFC North this year.
And one of them
You think that's
got
worse
it at the
than last
expense of the
year's
Packers.
AFC South? And we lost to one of them.
Bengals are
I think
fine.
this whole strength of opponent, we maybe need to take a look at that. Just because you say something doesn't mean it's accurate. And whether you're tailgating pregame, enjoying your experience during the game, or celebrating a big win after the game, or you just need a moment to chill after you get some, I think, misleading stats, crack open a Rocky Mountain Cold Coors Light brewed with that 3-step cold process, cold lager, cold filtered, and it's cold packaged. So it is made to chill. Celebrate responsibly. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Mike Garafolo of NFL Network reporting that the Miami Dolphins are releasing Matthew Judon, pass rusher. Now the Packers are 9-4-1, which means they are toward the bottom of the waiver wire priority. But
be a nice pickup.
He played in New England. DeMarcus Covington, the Packers defensive line coach, coached in New England. Packers need someone to help them get a boost on the pass rushing department. We'll have to wait and see if he gets to the Packers and if they even put in a claim. What we need to get to is Bryan Bulaga, who joins us next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Wilde and Tausch continues next on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
My husband's an animal in bed.
Well, you know.
Not in the fun way. Think warthog. With a chainsaw.
Snoring and sleep apnea affect over 90 million people, and 1 out of 4 couples sleep in separate rooms. Advent can help. We've been Milwaukee's one-stop solution for nasal congestion, snoring, and sleep apnea for over 20 years. Unlike many other practices, we focus exclusively on these conditions, so you get comprehensive care under one roof. Advent's unique approach can help you breathe and sleep better, and many avoid a CPAP. Plus, most insurance is accepted for our effective 20-minute in-office treatments.
Hey, the only animal you want in your bed is your dog.
Advent. Sleep better. Sleep together. Learn how you can improve your life at adventknows.com.
It's Jason Wilde from Wilde and Tausch. Upgrade your industrial supply services with Lakeland Supply, your trusted ISO certified partner for custom packaging, shipping supplies, janitorial, and safety supply solutions. With over 40 years of industry excellence, Lakeland Supply is a proven one-stop source with over 95% of their products made in the U.S. And they treat their customers like family. Personalized service with a national reach. That's what Lakeland Supply does. Visit lakelandsupply.com to discover how they can make your business better.
Strong mind, strong body, and strong communities. That is what you need to know about the Princeton Club, and that is what you can achieve at the Princeton Club of New Berlin. When you walk in there, you will feel completely motivated to better yourself just like everyone else is doing. I've done personal training. They have saunas. They have workout classes. They have basketball courts. They have indoor-outdoor swimming pools. It all starts with a tour. Check it out. You're going to fall in love. Free childcare with the membership, open 24/7. Check out the Princeton Club of New Berlin. Get your tour and take that small step to a bigger journey for a better tomorrow. That's at theprincetonclub.net.
It's time for the Marquette Minute on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Marquette Thursdays at the Motor Bar and Restaurant on the Harley-Davidson Museum campus.
Marquette fell to number 6 Purdue 79-59 in Indianapolis on Saturday, dropping to 5-6 on the season. Royce Parham led the Golden Eagles with 19 points, while Chase Ross added 10. But Marquette struggled offensively, shooting just 33% from the field and 8 for 31 from 3. Here's head coach Shaka Smart after the game.
There's guys out there having great efforts on specific individual plays. When you're playing against a team like Purdue, they put you in some binds, but you have to win anyway on that end and find a way.
Marquette now returns home to open Big East play Wednesday against Georgetown.
This Marquette Minute has been brought to you by Marquette Thursdays. Join us on select Thursday nights at 6 p.m. when head coach Shaka Smart breaks down all the Marquette action. The next show is December 18th, featuring players Josh Clark and Sheik Pearson. Don't miss Marquette Thursdays at Motor Bar and Restaurant on the Harley-Davidson Museum campus.
It doesn't get any headlines just to be silently good. Big Fish Contracting, we say renovating homes, redeeming an industry.
It's so much more than just, okay, we're replacing your roof.
We're not only educating homeowners, but we're getting to know them and allowing them an opportunity to get to know us. I mean, there's just such beauty in it, you know? If anyone is considering reaching out to us,
or you can check us out on our website, bigfishcontracting.com.
It's ESPN Milwaukee's Brad Nortman here with some exciting news from my friends at Bank 5-9. Not only have they been named a top workplace for 16 straight years, but they've just won the prestigious Community Choice Award as the best bank in the Milwaukee area. Honestly, I'm not surprised. Not only do they have great products and services, but they truly live out their mission to make lives better. If you're looking for a true local community bank, check out the best. Visit bank59.com to learn more today. Member FDIC.
This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Sponsored by American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
You know what that music means? He loves his figgy pudding.
Does that mean it's a big, thick base? Like a
I
thick
assume
Newton?
so. I've never understood that either. I've never bothered to look it up. I'll have Jesse look it up the next time he's in line at the car wash.
Well, he's got to go again because he probably got a little salt on his car on the way in.
It is our good friend.
Car washed again.
He used to be our famous friend, but we don't play that song anymore. He is Bryan Bulaga on Wilde and Tausch. Bryan, good morning. How are you?
I'm good. How you guys doing?
We're good.
Can I ask Bryan a question? I just did a thing with Pablo that I'm sure will be up on our social channels.
Pablo Iglesias.
Yes. And a Cap down in Chicago. Blue, I don't know if you know Cap. He's a legend down in the Chicago media. He's been around forever. He's trying to tell us that NFL teams, and him in particular, would take Caleb Williams over Jordan Love today. And it's such an absurd statement. I don't think Ryan Poles would do that. Is that as
attention?
Is that as crazy of a take as I believe that it was?
I saw that clip this morning, actually, because it was on. It was on. What program was that on? It was on.
He
joined
it was on what show was that?
and
shared it on ESPN Madison.
Yes, that's what it was. That's an absurd take. That's absolutely insane.
They're literally. I don't think there's one general man, and that doesn't. Caleb Williams can get a lot better. They didn't trust him to drop back and throw last game. Everything was play action and getting out of the pocket. So, listen, man, he's the number 1 overall pick. I get all that, but he's not there yet. And it's just, but I love Cap.
Well,
just want to preface that. That's crazy.
Yeah, he made the. I watched it. He made the statement, but didn't give any reason why he would do that. Besides,
he's a Bear fan. Yeah.
being a Bear fan.
Yes.
And I have other adjectives for Bears fans like him that I can't repeat on air. But
And some of them are good friends of yours.
Yeah, and I grew up around them my whole life. So it's just, well, my dad in particular has a very set, like, it's the same thing every time. It's a certain type of Bear fan. It's a blank Bear fan. Blank Bear fan.
Ooh, a double blanker. I love the double blanker.
Yeah. So it's pretty typical.
Yeah, and he's got every one of his offensive linemen making a Pro Bowl or All Pro, which Tooney's going to probably make it. But he's going through a list. Oh, the roster's so much better. Ben Johnson has done a magnificent job down there. They're better than I thought, but come on, man. And Cap just texted me back, 1,000% I'd take Caleb Williams. Yeah. Okay.
Is that based on your belief in his potential? Because you have no evidence to say that right now you would make that choice. I love Cap too. He's a genius, by the way. But that's attention-seeking behavior, is it not?
I don't know.
Like it's working. We're talking about it, even though we think it's preposterous.
Yeah, I mean, it's also funny, because part of that clip too, feels very emboldened when stars of our defense are out.
Exactly.
I want to,
Brian,
I want to see the Packers stop us without Micah and without Devontae
Wyatt. Yeah, man, I just love the difference now because the Bears felt like, I can't believe we played Green Bay this closely at Lambeau. Now they're missing some of their key pieces, maybe even Watson. And I think now, where they were so hesitant 2 weeks ago, they smell blood in the water, and they are so – it will even be that much sweeter if Green Bay can just curb stomp them on Saturday because they now have let go of their inhibitions that they held on to after that great win against Philly, and they wouldn't let themselves go there before the Packer game. They are now letting themselves go there, and we'll see. Maybe it'll be right.
Yep.
But it just feels like emboldened is exactly the word. That is what it feels like Bears fans and Cap and everybody else feels like.
Yeah, it needs to be a very weakened team for them to feel good about it. But weakened, we will see, right? I mean, obviously, no Micah Parsons. That's automatically a weakened roster. Like, that's a no-brainer. Like, that's obvious, right? But you still have to go out there and, beat the guys that are on the field, regardless of the fact. I mean, you could think in your brain, like, oh, yeah, without Micah, they have no chance. We'll see. Like, that's the whole point of this thing is you go out and see, and they'll play the game, and maybe someone from Green Bay surprises you. Maybe somebody steps up. You just don't know that at this point.
So, Brian, I'm curious because it was interesting. It was not meant to be tricky. Is there any value at all for this team to have prepared all offseason and all of training camp to play a defense, which was very good last year, without Micah Parsons on it? Like, if they had acquired him at the draft, right, it's one dynamic. You acquire him on August 28th, it's another. And I'm not, again, just to be clear for those in the cheap seats, in no way am I suggesting they're better off without Micah Parsons. You would have to be a galactically stupid person to think that. And I don't think I'm galactically stupid.
God, I was just talking to Brian yesterday, and he said that. That's crazy.
Dim-witted, I think is probably what he said. But is there
it wasn't
anything...
Blue, it was Jesse. My bad. Brian, I apologize.
I checked out.
It was after 11:15, though, I hope. Is there anything to that theory, or is that just preposterous?
That they're better without Micah?
No, not that they're better, but that they at least have a little better chance of surviving this loss because they were designing their defense to not have him throughout the entire offseason and training camp.
Yeah, I mean, I think that obviously there was a plan in place and there was an idea of what they wanted this thing to look like prior to bringing him in. Obviously, like that was clearly happening before the thought of Micah Parsons being available was even on the table. So there was obviously a plan in place. They had an idea of what they wanted this thing to be. There was clearly an idea last year of how this thing looked without Micah. So they probably have a thought, or Hafley does for sure, of how he has to go about doing this thing. Now, they certainly probably didn't think they'd be dropping Micah and Devontae Wyatt in the same season, right? Like, that's probably not what you thought, because you think, okay, say we lose Micah, like this is obviously after the fact, but interior-wise, we're still really good. We feel good pack in the middle of the defense, and then on the edge, guys need to step up, and we can figure things out. Well, now you lose both, and it's hard to prepare for all of that at once, so to speak, right? Like, it's hard to think like, okay, we're going to lose our best interior player. We shipped off Kenny Clark too, and now the guy we brought in, Micah, he's also not here. Like, that's hard to plan for even when you do acquire him. But prior to all that, right, you had an idea of what you wanted this thing to look like. Like, there was a thought, there was how you wanted to structure it, who was going to be playing where, and how you would kind of deploy these guys. So he's going to have to go back to that, thought process of where he was in OTAs and early training camp and go from there, right? And look back to last year of how they did things, how they generated pressure with, 5 guys or maybe 6, or simulated pressures or things like that. They're going to have to go back to that a little bit more and dust off the old film sessions from last year, because like that's really what this is. I mean, because without Micah, like you have to understand, like, and it's not going to be the same defense. And I know that's like Captain Obvious, but like what we're used to seeing is like 4-man rushes and him flushing quarterbacks out of the pocket every other play, like, right? And that puts our defensive backs in good positions at times, because they know the ball has to come out quick, because Mike is chasing guys down, and it's there's a lot of things that he does that go unnoticed, right? Maybe not by us, we notice it, but the national media.
So let me ask you this, Brian, because you're a smart guy. That's why we love you. We have you on because we enjoy your company, but it's also because you're smart. Because Tausch raised this, and I don't have a good answer for him. How does a defense that now has had Micah Parsons for the first 14 games, how is it on pace for significantly fewer takeaways and significantly fewer sacks than it had last season? How is that possible?
It's a great question.
By you. I'm just rephrasing.
My only thought about the takeaways is that quarterbacks are dumping the ball off earlier, and it's getting out way quicker. They're not taking shots down the field, which we saw McKinney pick off so many balls down the field last year, right? There's no time for them to do that. Like, there's just, like, Micah's getting there in 2.5, 3 seconds, or the quarterback feels like he's going to get there in 2.5, 3 seconds, so the route combinations are a lot shallower.
Brian, a quick interjection, and that's why we're not seeing, everybody's like, oh, the Packers don't give up big plays. Yeah, that's why. Go ahead.
Yeah, exactly. And I think the sack number 2, there you could have a couple explanations for that, but again, it kind of goes to the same thought process as the quarterbacks are speeding up their time clock, and it's just a matter of like, I can't hold on to this football. Right. Like, there's no way I can hold on to this thing. Yes, so and you see Micah when he rushes, he is almost there every time at around 2.5, like even 3 seconds. He's
even
there.
Faster sometimes, yeah.
Yeah, so like the time clock speeds up, the quarterbacks are not going to hold it, right? And they'll bail out of the pocket early, and they'll run out and just chuck it and dirt it and do whatever. So like, to me, that's why both of those things are down. Now, obviously, those are always good stats to have, but the impact one player makes kind of affects those things, right? Like, and that's like, if you look at, you probably look at Cleveland's defense, and the only outlier there is Myles Garrett is going to smash this record here in like a game or two, right? That's right. Their sack numbers are probably up from one guy, right? But besides that, teams probably feel like, oh, if we take care of Myles Garrett, we can operate. Well, no one's taking care of Myles Garrett, like efficiently enough. So that's why their sack numbers are probably way up. It's just a matter of, I think Micah's brought something to the defense that, like, obviously wasn't there, and teams are accounting for that by speeding up their time clock, and that to me is the kind of the baseline for why those things are down.
All right, I want to flip to the other side of the ball. I want to talk about Zach Tom. And
I'm really curious what's up with Jordan Morgan, too.
So, I want to get to what are they going to do at right tackle, because Matt LaFleur did leave open that possibility if they don't have Zach Tom, because Darian Kennard is also there. Kevin Berry, their jumbo package tight end who actually is an offensive lineman. I also want to talk a little bit about what Bryan thinks the difference is in this team if they have Christian Watson on Saturday night and if they don't. We will get to that after Tausch tells us about Iron Jock and collaborates with Bryan on a caller for our giveaway. Hopefully it's not 600 like the number of people that went through Jesse's car wash.
Wearing an Iron Jock polo today in support of our great partner, and I hope that I don't end up in a bad spot on the phones because of that.
What do you think is, Bryan, what do you think is a crazy number? Because Jesse plowed through 100 and something yesterday in like 2 minutes. So it's not... we want to give our,
was it 109 yesterday?
Yeah, it was a lower number. We want to give our streamers this opportunity. So, Bryan, give me a ballpark. Just so you can get into kind of where my head's at. All of the right tackle options this week, if Zach Tom can play.
I am disavowing.
The only one I didn't put Jordan Morgan in there because we don't know. But you got Kennard, you got Zach Tom, and you got Belton. And I believe, unless I'm off on my numbers, that adds up to 191.
Oh, God.
Is that too much, Bryan? Because I'm going to let you go off of it, and then you pick a number.
Why are you leaving Jordan Morgan out?
Yeah. Well, I'm not going to go over 200.
Yeah, no, you can't go over 200.
No, of course not. No, of course not.
I don't think that's a crazy number.
Jesse, is that a crazy number?
An opportunity.
Yeah. Is 191 crazy?
Streamers can have an opportunity at 50.
Yeah, not as good, though.
Yeah,
I'm going to leave it up to Bryan. Bryan, pick it. You can grab 191 is the top of the chain. You tell us, and we'll go with that.
Okay. All right. Hey, Jason. I mean, since you are like the you know a lot about this rivalry, what number game is this between the Bears and Packers?
Oh, great question.
This is number 212.
Gosh dang it!
I think we have to go, Bryan. I think we have to go 212.
Jesse, I couldn't lie.
Just do it. You could have. You could have actually.
Bryan, that is a great point. Caller 212 844-770-3776. Get yourself an Iron Jock tumbler. They are gorgeous, beautiful, and you can look at Jesse on the video with that beautiful Iron Jock polo.
Crying.
Got all kinds of great apparel. And if you're looking for the perfect holiday gift or you just want to upgrade your own gear, check out the holiday sales going on right now at Iron Jock. I'm a big believer in their performance apparel. It's tough, it's comfortable, and thanks to their exclusive silver ion technology, it fights odor, which, let's be honest, we all appreciate during the holiday season. Right now, you'll find great deals across their entire lineup. Hoodies, tees, shorts, and more. Don't wait. Stock up for the holidays and save big at ironjock.com. That's ironjock.com. Caller 212 at 844-770-3776 to win a new Iron Jock tumbler. Jesse, I'm going to come back and help you.
That's very nice of you.
Caller 212. There you go.
That doesn't sound like help to me.
What a guy. What a guy.
Well, I want to be a good teammate,
American
Bryan.
hero.
It's all about being a good teammate.
God, are we lucky to have you. Caller 212 for the Iron Jock tumbler. More with Bryan Bulaga.
Only 200 more to go.
Too bad you don't need a car wash. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
Skip the usual winter gifts, the sweater, the candle, the quick gift card. This year, upgrade it. The Jewelry Center is giving one lucky listener a $2,000 gift certificate, so you can trade in. That's nice for, oh my gosh, this is amazing. With 4 convenient Southeast Wisconsin locations, the Jewelry Center has something unforgettable for someone special, or even for you. Enter now at goodcoverbrands.com/Wisconsin contests. No purchase necessary. Contest ends December 23rd. Full rules online.
Mark Tauscher here for Iron Jock. As a former athlete, I've worn just about every type of workout gear there is, and nothing compares to Iron Jock. Their performance apparel is built to fight sweat, odor, and bacteria, keeping you feeling fresh no matter how hard you push. From the gym to the pickleball court, Iron Jock keeps you dry, comfortable, and confident. Right now, you can get 40% off your Iron Jock gear. Use code CHRISTMAS40. That's Christmas40 for 40% off your order. Shop now at ironjock.com.
Ho, ho, my back.
Santa?
Ho, ho, Gina Della from Pella. You've been a good girl this year.
Is that why you're in here building new windows?
Santa's doing OT.
Let me make a call.
Frighteningly fast Pella team at your service. Let us take it from here, Mr. Claus. And Gina, next time.
I know. Ask for a Pella gift card. Right now at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, get 0% interest for 24 months. Visit PellaWI.com.
Certain restrictions apply. 12/31/2025.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
At every meeting, at every new beginning, at every celebration, we make better happen. At Cousin Subs, better is more than just a word. It's a promise we serve at every party. Our customizable party boxes, box lunches, party chips, and dozen cookie boxes offer the options you need to please any crowd. Whatever the occasion, we will never settle for being just good enough. Order on our mobile app or online at cousinsubs.com. Cousin Subs, we believe in better.
Hey sports fans, looking to level up your next private event? V Private Bar Services is your game changer. Move beyond the ordinary. V Private Bar Services crafts custom cocktails tailored to your brand and your guests' taste. Imagine a bar experience that's as unique as your business. Our expert mixologists will create a memorable experience that your clients and team will rave about. From signature cocktails to full-service bars, we've got you covered. Be the MVP of your next event. Visit vprivatebar.com to book today.
Retail stores may be easy to shop at, but nothing beats a gift that lasts. Give the gift of basketball with Precision Sports Services. Get 10% off any basketball hoop and installation package now through the end of the year. Premium products, professional in-house installation. Visit Precision Sports Services and make your holidays a slam dunk.
Big ideas deserve a big story and the right audience. At Saturn Lounge, we bring your marketing to life with branding, websites, digital marketing, and video storytelling that stands out from the crowd. Whether it's a TV spot, a campaign, or content built to connect, Saturn Lounge is where strategy meets creativity. From the first spark of an idea to the final cut, we're here to make your message shine across every platform. Ready to make your marketing a success? Step into the spotlight with Saturn Lounge, your launchpad for bigger, better marketing. To tell the world your story, visit SaturnLounge.com today.
Truck crash? Call Gruber offices. One call, that's all.
For general contest rules, visit ESPNWisconsinContest.com.
You're listening to Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella at 855-PELLA-WI or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio.
Wilde and Tausch rolls on. I sure hope that's caller 212, because otherwise he's taking way too long with the calls. Jesse?
Yep.
How'd that go back there?
He's heading back in. Tausch is en route back to the Everlight Solar Studio. We do have caller 212. He said, Jerry, you rascal. I don't know if that means it's Jerry in the prairie or if it's somebody else, but we do have caller 212 in the nick of time. He got it done.
Boy, that was so exhausting, Jesse.
You sat
exhilarating.
I put it up on the video. People saw you sitting back with your feet up while I was doing the majority of the legwork.
You did 100, and then we finished. Yeah. Jerry in the prairie with a dub. I don't know how he pulled it off, but he did. And you can tell, like, there's repeat callers and stuff. I don't know how many times Jerry called, but Jerry got it done. Congrats on that Iron Jock tumbler.
Jerry wins the tumbler. All right, Brian.
From the prairie.
Indeed.
Nice.
From long distance, Zach Tom's status is in doubt. He did not quote, "You're not getting a quote from me," unquote, from him yesterday. So we'll see if that changes today.
I like that. A little proactiveness. I like that.
How about that?
So I don't know if that'll change today or not. If they don't have him, and we shifted gears on our caller 212, it's possible that it's Darian Kennard, who obviously went in after he was injured in Denver.
How'd he play, Brian? Your film study. How'd he look?
He did okay. I mean, it was a tough assignment, regardless, right? I mean, I think that's the let's just like
best pass rush in the league.
Yeah, let's just put that out there to begin with. It's a tough assignment coming in cold. You haven't played really any snaps at right tackle since week 1 when Zach Tom went down initially. It's just a tough assignment, right? And I thought he did okay. He, when you go in there against those type of rushers, your first thought is okay, I don't want to get beaten, just smoked around the edge, right? That's the thought process that goes through your brain. I mean, even for starters against those type of edge rushers, that's the thought process that goes through your brain. So what I saw from him a little bit early was very soft setting, and I don't want our people listening to mistake that for me saying he was playing soft. Soft setting is a different type of pass set than a jump set or a 45 set or something like that. Soft setting is you're setting deep and back and off the ball and trying to read things out and make sure that you're trying to feel your way out. That's essentially when I soft-setted guys, that's what I would do. And when he did that, he would sometimes have a right leg, so he was playing right tackle, so his outside leg would drop a little bit, and he would have to turn and burn and try to run guys around the horn a little bit too quick. So he's giving a little bit of a short edge against, and against those pass rushers with their speed and get off, and he's coming off the, so I understand those things. But overall, it wasn't you watched it and it was he's the reason why it didn't go well. That certainly wasn't the case at all. I think if he were to have to play this week and he gets an actual week of getting all the reps and getting confidence build up and seeing himself on tape, that's the biggest thing. Seeing yourself on tape playing against really good players and then correcting that. I think he could play just fine against Chicago. I really do. I think, you go against Montez Sweat, a bigger body, not as fast, right? That's the type of guy he would be seeing, which may fit him and suit him better as a pass blocker, right? You go up against these
Bonito.
Bonito and the other guy. Those dudes are screaming off the edge. They're just absolutely screaming off the edge. But overall, I thought he did. I thought he did just fine. Again, tough situation.
So Brian,
bad situation to be in.
So what would you do this week if Zach Tom can't go?
I'd play Kennard.
Okay. And just because you think he's better suited to kind of handle where we're at rather than Jordan, who's played a bunch of guard?
Yes, I think he's. I would play Kennard and just stick with that. If that's the reason why, he went in the game to begin with against Denver. That was your first thought. Don't even think about it again. Just put him back in there to start this thing out.
How do you think he's? How is Jordan Morgan feeling right now? Where do you think his head's at?
That's a good question.
Better than Marshawn Lloyd's.
Yeah.
What does that have to do with anything?
I'm saying that's how bad it is. That may be the only person who's feeling worse these days is this poor guy who now has a hamstring injury. He will have finished his first 2 years playing one game.
Okay.
Yeah, it's difficult.
That's how down I would think he is.
Yeah, I'm sure it wasn't a great feeling when Zach went down that he was not the first one up, would be my would be my guess, and it's a tough pill to swallow. At the same time, if I'm him, you tried the right tackle thing for about a series or two against Cleveland, right? Like, and that went a certain way.
Not good.
And then he got kicked back. Yeah, and then he got kicked back inside. So, like, to be dead honest, like, if he's not going in to play left tackle, I would, or a guard position, I would say you stick with the guy that has been probably training at right tackle, which is Kennard, would be my guess.
So then why, when Tom got hurt the first time, remember they go Kennard to finish the Lions game. Then they go Belton on a short week. Then they go Morgan when Tom plays one snap against the Browns. Is that enough to say, okay, let's stop dinking around here? Let's just let the guy that plays right guard play right guard if our right guard's not ready to go?
That's what I would. I mean, that's my thought process is like, who's been training at right tackle? When you put Kennard in immediately when Zach Tom goes down, that means that Kennard has been the guy training behind Zach Tom at right tackle. Like, he's been taking all the reps. Most like when Zach Tom, because I would imagine, Zach Tom may have a full participation tag or limited tag, whatever it may be, it doesn't matter. I would imagine that his rep count in practice is probably lower. I'm just taking a wild guess at that. Mm-hmm. And who's going in for him is most likely Kennard. Mm-hmm. So, like, to me, that's who you go with. You go with the guy that's been taking the most reps there, that probably is most familiar with that position, and you've been seeing him train there. You've seen him at practice, and just let him go and just leave it. Because
a hunch too, Brian, is that I think after seeing Jordan struggle moving him around so much, I think they finally came to grips and we need to let him settle in. You know, he's obviously a talented guy. You draft him as high as you did. But I think and that's probably part of this equation, is they've played him so much at guard that if they're going to move him, which most of us think if they don't retain Rasheed Walker, he's going to get that crack at playing left tackle next year. I don't think they want to ruin any more of his confidence. And I don't know if that is the exact thought, but you could hear after he struggled, we need to let him start mastering a spot rather than having him jump around from left guard to right tackle to blah, 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 blah. It just wasn't working for him.
I agree. I mean, that's tough to do. It's tough to do, to try to be good at this, be good at that, then rely on you as a starter here, but guess what? If someone gets hurt, we're kicking you out here, and now I expect the same type of performance from you out there. Like, that's just tough to do. And I understand, and we've talked about this a bunch. We understand that for some reason, like, it was ever since 2019, really 2020, they wanted to start doing musical chairs in this offensive line room. Right? Like, they had no problem rotating guys in and out and things like that. And I've always said it just doesn't make any sense to me. Like, it never. If you have guys that you want to, like, that you're comfortable with, just put them out there and play them. Right? Like, just leave them out there and let them play, and then they're not looking over their shoulder. They're not thinking, if I don't have a good series, I'm getting a hook here the next – like, it's not worth it. Like, it really isn't worth it. If you want to make changes, you make changes the next following week. It's not mid-game. It's just not what you do. And based on how Kennard played against Denver, it wasn't like he was going against those pass rushers and was completely outmatched. That was not the case. So, like, if we're looking at the film and you're looking at how he played and you think you can make some corrections, and he watches himself on tape finally for the first time in 13 weeks, essentially. I mean, that's what this is. He can go out there against Chicago and I think get the job done. I mean, that's how I truly feel. Now, do I want Zach Tom? Yeah. I mean, that's how I feel. I mean, because Zach Tom was playing well against Denver before he went out. He was playing well. And so if Zach Tom can play, that's great. But now you got a core muscle and a knee. That's tough.
Not ideal.
Tough duty.
Tausch said earlier, Brian, that and Tausch, stop me if I'm misquoting you, his confidence in the Packers going to Soldier Field and winning on Saturday night goes down if they don't have Christian Watson. How vital is Christian Watson to the Packers' chances of beating the Bears and reclaiming first place in the NFC North?
It's extremely vital, in my opinion. I agree with Tausch.
Everybody does. He doesn't have
I don't have my sign. There we go, Jesse. Thank you.
There it is. And I feel that way because when you remove him from the equation, and I said this to Homer too, because Homer on Monday asked me, like, why did everything go downhill? Like, why couldn't guys get open? Well, because when you remove that type of player that can stretch the field, he can beat you just running simple little drag routes across the field. He's running great routes on the boundary, so like out routes and things like that. When you remove that from the equation, now defenses can tighten up on everybody else. They can keep their eyes elsewhere. Safeties aren't bracketing one guy. You're not pulling your best player to Christian Watson anymore. Your best player can now float around to different guys, and they can pick and choose where they deploy certain players and coverages and disguise things. Because if you get caught in disguise against Christian Watson, right, and he'll just run right by your DB and your safety, and if by that time the ball's in the air and you're cooked. Like you're done. Like and you saw it when essentially what Chicago did when they cut Melton loose in the first game. They cut him loose because they're so worried about other options on the field, and a guy gets cut loose for a 50-yard touchdown pass. So like when you take Christian Watson out, defenses then can turn their resources to everybody else, and it makes it tougher for everyone else to do their job.
We will see what they end up doing on Saturday night. I am very curious to see where they go from here. So my last question for you is, how much confidence do you have? Tausch was talking about, as we began the show, how he's kind of gone through these stages of grief, and now he's starting to keep hope alive again. But it's all hinging on Saturday night.
Saturday needs to be a win. Yep.
Are you in Tausch's club?
Yeah, because if they don't win Saturday, but they win out, they're going to be back at the 7th seed again. Right, like and
6 or 7, 6 or 7, yeah.
6 or 7, yeah, 6 or 7. So then they'll go see Chicago again, essentially. Like that's what they'll go see Chicago again in round 1.
Wouldn't that be something?
Like that's the way it would turn out, right? So for me, I would if they win this game and they're the 2 and they end up being the 2, and then Chicago has to come visit them or something like that, I feel a lot better about that.
Mm-hmm.
It's just they have plenty of talent on the roster, right? Like, and that's the part I want to make sure like everyone understands. Like, yes, you lose Micah, and that is like devastating, right? And if Zach Tom doesn't play, or Christian Watson, or Evan Williams, like those are big time players, and I get it, right? Like, and those 3 will be back. Those 3 will return at some point in the season and play. We're just worried about this Saturday game, and I think they have enough on the roster to go to Chicago and win. I truly believe that.
What if Watson doesn't play? Can they?
I think they can. I think it makes it less
likely
because I think offensively what Christian Watson does is like
huge.
What he does the defense is crazy, right? Like, and now all of a sudden, like Jacobs comes back against Denver, looks like a world beater after being hurt. So now if you have Jacobs playing the way he does and Watson playing, like it does a lot of bad things to Chicago, because now Chicago has to worry about Jacobs coming out of the backfield and catching passes, and then now you're pulling linebackers out of the middle of the field, and now you can run Christian Watson back through the middle of the field more. Like, so like if you remove him from the equation, the defense isn't just as concerned about everybody else, right? Like they feel like they can play normal coverages or disguise coverages and do certain things. So like I just don't feel, as comfortable without Christian Watson playing. I don't feel as great about it, but I still think they could win. Do I think it'll look as good as they played against Chicago? No. Like, it won't look as good. Can they do it? Yes. I think this game, kind of like what you said, Tausch, is huge. Because I think if they were able to get this thing done in Chicago, even with the injuries that have happened and kind of the mental blow that's happened since Denver, if you're able to go into Chicago and get this win, you raise the spirits up of the team.
And you're a 2 seed at the worst, more than likely.
Yep. Times like a million if you go get it done. Like, the guys' confidence are back if you're able to do that, right? So it's more than just like the 2 seed, and it's psychological too if you're able to go get it done for everybody. So I still think they can do it. I think it's going to be a much tougher task, though, like a much taller order than what it was, obviously, game 1.
Brian, I will talk to you tomorrow on the Homer Hour. We'll talk to you on Green Bay game day. And more importantly, we appreciate you every Wednesday. Thanks, buddy.
All right, guys, take it easy.
That is the great Bryan Bulaga, Iowa, which, hey, he could, back in his old Iowa days, well, I mean, maybe not when he was in college, but he could make the trip to Hard Rock Casino Rockford, too. He can make the drive. Everybody can.
Not far, about 60 minutes, depending if Jesse or Tark or myself are driving. We'll get down right to the Hard Rock Casino Rockford, right off I-90 in Rockford, Illinois. And, man, they got a great sports book. They got great food. They got great entertainment. They got table games and slots and everything that you're looking for. And they elevate the high-limit room experience to deliver premium table games tailored for discerning players with enhanced game rules, including blackjack, where the dealer stands on a soft 17, which is much better. You'll enjoy better odds, faster play, and the kind of authentic high-limit action that sets Hard Rock Casino Rockford apart. Your next hand could be your best yet. Visit the high-limit room at Hard Rock Casino Rockford and rediscover your game on your terms, in your rhythm, and with your edge.
The 10 o'clock hour starts in 2 minutes, so stick around. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Don't go anywhere. Another hour of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, is coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Hey, football fans, get ready for kickoff with homemade party must-haves this week at Sendik's. Start with delicious dips, guacamole, pico de gallo, potato chips, and popcorn. Score big with over 20 varieties of homemade sausage and gourmet burgers. Then, stop by Sendik's Deli for homemade salads, side dishes, and even pinza pizzas. All made from scratch every day. Sendik's, your trusted local grocer.
Hey, it's John McGivern here. You know I love Network Health. One of the reasons is that they're local and they understand how important that is. Their exceptional customer service isn't just words on a page. It's what they do. It's what they've always done for over 41 years. Call 833-7-NETWORK today. HMO and POS plans underwritten by Network Health Plan. Compensation has been provided for using this endorsement of Network Health.
ESPN Wisconsin's Mark Tauscher here with an offer for a bath or shower remodel from Kohler Services. Family owned for 150 years, Kohler is your Wisconsin manufacturer providing care for life. And this month only, get 0 interest financing for 12 months and a free shower door with your Lugstone shower remodel. Visit KohlerServicesWI.com to request your free quote with fast, professional installation always included. That's KohlerServicesWI.com.
Elevate your game day gear or any outfit with official merchandise from the Milwaukee Bucks Pro Shop. From authentic jerseys to exclusive apparel and accessories, the Bucks Pro Shop has everything you need to showcase your fandom wherever you go. Cheer the Deer to victory with authentic Milwaukee Bucks items. Visit us at the Bucks Pro Shop at Fiserv Forum or Bayshore Mall, or shop online at shop.bucks.com.
Hey, this is Gabe Neitzel. You're listening to 94.5 ESPN, WKTI and WKTI HD, Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Joy to the world, indeed. The 10 o'clock hour of Wilde and Tausch begins now. So, Tausch, you're concerned about Christian Watson's availability. We talked a lot about Micah Parsons and replacing him, etc. Bryan did mention at the tail end there about Evan Williams. We spent some time discussing Zach Tom.
Who's most likely to play of that group?
I would be completely guessing, and it wouldn't even be an educated guess. So they didn't hold anything that even remotely resembled a practice yesterday. It was a walkthrough. None of those three players spoke to reporters, unless you count. You ain't getting a quote from me.
God, that's great. I wish Zach would have told me that instead of just running out and going hiding in the training room. Just say, you ain't getting anything from me today, bro.
Contraption. You used to do stim, right? And that was like super, like there were like cords, and you had like a remote that you had to hold on to, right? That was connected to the cords to like stimulate your muscle.
Okay, I'll take your word for it.
No, you tell me. You're the one who did it.
What, you're telling me? So
I was asking. I remember.
I didn't hear a question in there. Yeah,
right?
Sure, Jason. Yes.
Oh, that's not what you did. So tell me what stim is and how it worked.
Tell me that's really what you're asking me.
Well, I'll explain
put 4 pads on your quad or whatever is ailing you, and it's trying to just fire muscles that maybe you're having some inactivity, or you're trying to stimulate into pushing some swelling out. So you put like sticky pads, and then there's cords running to them, and you hit a little. Yeah, usually it was in the training room. That's why I couldn't talk to you a bunch. And you just fire it. You can crank up how intense you want it.
Okay.
I loved having it cranked up. It was fun.
Not like electrocution
and
level.
What you could do, not that we ever did this, but you'd mess with people. If people would be acting like they'd be falling asleep, you just go and crank it up and give them a little jolt. But that never happened.
Never. No, of course not. So he is wearing this thing. You know how I have a few friends, and we had a couple of players on our basketball teams over the years who battle diabetes. So they have like that little contraption that is glued to their arm. Basically, Josh Jacobs is walking around with this thing on his knee that is constantly firing, trying to get the swelling out and stimulate the blood flow and everything else, right? He would not have practiced had they practiced yesterday. I would be willing to bet.
Do they have a cryo chamber over there? I would bet they do.
I don't know that, much like clearly I don't know what stim is.
No. Tell me about stim.
Well, I had a reason for that.
Are we going to get to it at some point?
He also has an infrared sauna that he goes in every day.
Those are nice.
He's trying everything.
Yeah.
And it basically lasts for as long as he gets out there and no one hits him and he doesn't cut hard on that knee that leads to the swelling resuming. He was feeling it on the 40-yard touchdown run. He was feeling it on that ridiculous touchdown catch. He's going to keep feeling it because you know what the doctor has prescribed for this to go away?
Stim.
Rest.
Oh, I thought, when are we getting back to stim? Like at some point, this thing has to fill the circle in.
So I'm so lucky to have you.
You ain't kidding.
I am, believe me, I am aware, even in times like these. He is such a vital piece to what they do, although I know there are some who disagreed with that premise previously.
Jesse, Gabe.
He has to play. He feels a level of responsibility to play.
He's been such a good signing. He's
been fabulous.
He's an old war horse, man. They don't make him like Josh. They don't make many guys like Josh anymore. And to see what he did last week in a tough environment, it would be real easy for old JJ to say, I ain't got it today, man. And he continues to do what it takes to get his butt out on the field, and he's contributing and doing. That's why he's a captain. And that's why he's the leader that he is, because he sets that tone for the entire rest of that locker room, and it matters to him. It matters to him. You could see it. Mm-hmm. And I don't, for not being a teammate, I think I've spoken with him once or twice. You just see and you respect his approach. And that's why he's been the pro that he's been for as long as he's been.
If only they had him and Aaron Jones at the same time. Speaking of Aaron Jones...
You laugh about that. That would have been fun to watch.
I know. Believe me, we were very excited for about a half hour.
And Aaron Jones would have come back for a lot less, too.
Aaron Jones is not involved in Jones Dairy Farm, though. That's a different Jones family.
I haven't asked. I'm sure he's... I guarantee you this. We send him up some of that great bacon. We send him up some of that great bacon, thick cut, cherry wood. And oh my God, if I send him those sausage rolls, we could make a great holiday meal. I bet he would. I know I am. And Jones Dairy Farm, family owned and operated for 7 generations in Fort Atkinson, all the way back to 1889. And Pablo's in here today. Pablo, can I say that who we've done stuff with now from the volleyball team? Is that out? It is. It's out. Have we reshared any of that, Jesse? Or are you in the car wash?
Might have been a
all right. Well, we had a
situation.
great contest. Grace Egan and myself, and we had a ton of fun doing some really fun videos with all of Jones Dairy Farm products. And you know what? Jones products are perfect for the holidays. Smoked hams add so much flavor to the table. And of course, I've told you once, I've told you 100 times. That horchata that is just rocking the Tauscher household. Find all of Jones products in grocery stores all across Wisconsin. Check the website's product finder at jonesdairyfarm.com.
We will hear something from Matt LaFleur next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Wilde and Tausch continues next on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
This holiday season, imagine a home that feels safer, cozier, and truly yours. Hey, I'm Brad Nortman, and I know how much it means when your home finally works the way you've always hoped. Lifetime Home Services helps families create that comfort, from cleaner air and radon safety to organized closets and smart home automation. It's all about making your home feel better every day. Mention this ad during your consultation for 10% off. Plus, earn credits towards future home projects with our end-of-the-year special. Start creating a home that feels good to live in at lifetimehomeservices.com.
College hockey fans, get ready because the ice is heating up in Milwaukee for the Quick Trip Holiday Face-Off. 4 powerhouse programs, 2 action-packed days, 1 champion. It's Wisconsin, Boston College, Lake Superior State, and the defending national champion, Western Michigan. Battling it out December 28th and 29th at Fiserv Forum. Feel every bone-rattling hit and every clutch goal as these elite programs collide for holiday bragging rights. Tickets are moving fast. Grab yours today at Ticketmaster.com or the Fiserv Forum box office. The Quick Trip Holiday Face-Off. 4 teams, 1 trophy. Who will own the ice?
Kevin Moret here for Mentality. Listen up, gentlemen. You're fighting an unfair battle. Studies show testosterone levels in men have plummeted by 25% in just 2 decades. That's why you're struggling with energy, muscle, and drive. But here's a game changer. Mentality's FDA-approved treatments boost testosterone by 30% on average. Imagine reclaiming the vitality your grandfathers had. Picture turning heads, dominating your career, and feeling unstoppable again. Don't settle for today's normal. Seize the day at mentalityhealth.com/radio. That's mentalityhealth.com/radio.
Oh, my back.
Santa?
Gina Della from Pella. You've been a good girl this year.
Is that why you're in here building new windows?
Santa's doing OT.
Let me make a call.
Frighteningly fast Pella team at your service. Let us take it from here, Mr. Claus. And Gina, next time.
I know. Ask for a Pella gift card. Right now, at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, get 0% interest for 24 months. Visit PellaWI.com.
Service restrictions apply. 12/31/2025.
Did you forget the first day of school is this week and little Nancy still needs her name embroidered on her backpack? Or the company shirts are due now, not next week? Maybe the boss just declared Steve's retirement party is today and the shirts are mandatory? Whatever the rush, Big Frog Custom T-shirts and more in Mequon has got you covered with fast turnarounds, no minimums, eco-friendly printing, and high-quality custom apparel. Big Frog brings your custom ideas to life fast. Stop by Big Frog in Mequon or visit bigfrog.com/Mequon. Big Frog Custom T-shirts and more, where your ideas leap to life.
Time's running out. It's the final chance of 2025 to save big at the Last Call Savings Event. This month at Cunis, get 0% APR financing for 60 months on select new vehicles across multiple brands. Or take advantage of huge discounts and rebates on all new in-stock cars, trucks, and SUVs from Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC. Thinking pre-owned? Check your local dealer website for a new selection of discounted pre-owned super specials. And shop our group-wide inventory of over 700 pre-owned under 20 grand and over 300 under 10 grand. Plus, we have great service specials on brakes, tires, and oil changes. Hurry in. When 2025 ends, so do the savings. Start your search today at shopcunis.com. 0% APR financing for 60 months on select models with approved credit through OEM lenders. Not all buyers qualify. Rate set by lender with approval subject to buyer insurability. 0% for 60 months equals $1,667 for $1,000 finance. Excludes tax, title, license, and $499 dealer service fee. Offer ends 1/5/26.
The pursuit of fair wages and top-of-the-line benefits is achieved when the right union has your back. The Sheet Metal Workers Labor Union is extremely diverse, representing Wisconsinites working HVAC, architectural metals, welding, specialty fabrication, and much more. Make great living wages with outstanding benefits, pensions, and apprenticeship programs in trained, safe working environments. The Sheet Metal Workers Union is a leading force in the revitalization of the labor movement in Wisconsin.
This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN, sponsored by American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
All is calm, all is bright, round yon virgin mother and child.
Is this a banger? Well, silent night for you as we roll on in the holiday season on Wilde and Tausch. All right, so
we should do a power rankings of our favorite Christmas music.
Only royalty-free Christmas music, or are we?
I don't know a ton of royalty-free. Like I'm glad this is royalty-free. It's a nice song.
It is. It's beautiful. So I asked Matt LaFleur about players stepping up on the Packers defense. It was a precursor to our locker room session with Rashawn Gary, who you'll hear from a little bit later in the program. Here's how Matt LaFleur and I discussed who steps up to overcome the loss of Micah Parsons.
I think you got 22 snaps out of Lucas Van Ness. What did you think of what he was able to do? What did you think of what Rashawn did? And how hopeful are you that those guys are ready to rise to the occasion here?
Yeah, I think those guys are willing to put in the work, and they're going to go out there and battle. I thought Van Ness was definitely a boost for us. It was great to see him back out there, the energy that he played with. I thought he was running to the ball, running hard to the ball. I thought he was playing pretty well. So hopefully we can continue to amp him up. And, I think it's not going to fall just on one guy. It's on the collective. Everybody playing as one, doing their job. And I'm sure, like I said earlier, half will have some wrinkles.
It doesn't fall on one guy, Tausch. But some guys do have to elevate their performances. And namely, guys that play the same position as Micah Parsons. Right?
You would think. Yeah, but if you're looking at it and saying, I need you to be this guy, you're crazy. It's a collective.
Need you to be a better version of yourself than you've been? Would that be fair to ask?
No. I mean, you should be the best version of yourself. And now, if it's an opportunity thing, yes. So that's why I think J.J. Enagbare is going to get more opportunities. Rashawn Gary's not going to get more opportunities. He's a low snap count guy. Is he going to get more? Is he going to play more? I don't know if that's going to help him.
No,
he seems to kind of have a certain rep count that he likes. And do I hope to get more production from him? Yeah, it'd be great. I'm not sure what would make me think I will, because now you don't have to triple team old one. So, I mean, maybe Rashawn will look at it and say, man, maybe that'll be the case, and it'll just be the fire that lights it. But I'm not sure where or why you would think that. Now, if you want to say Van Ness and JJ, this is more about opportunities that arise for guys than it is about somebody that has played their fill of snaps Is Micah Parsons made their job easier? The answer is yes.
Yes.
So now you're asking him to be more productive in a tougher environment. Hey, man, everybody responds to challenges in different ways. I hope Rashawn Gary looks at it that way. I'm not going to look at it that way, and I'll be pleasantly surprised if that's the way it shakes out. But I'm looking at J.J. Enikbari as the guy that I think is going to pop here. I think it'll be fun to see. He's going to get tons of opportunities to play. I don't know inside who can kind of jump up and take that next step. Is it going to be Brinson? Is it going to be LVN? I don't know what their plans are for that. But I always look at it from the who hasn't gotten the opportunities that maybe they should have if there was an opening. Mm-hmm. Rashawn Gary's not that guy. I'm pretty sure he can stay out there as much as he wants. I don't think they sub him. I think he subs himself out. And I think Enikbari is going to get out there. I think if he can stay healthy, I think you're going to see some flash from him. Because my guess, I don't know how the Bears are looking at it this week. I can guarantee one thing, they're both of the offensive tackles for the Bears. I ain't going to say it, but they're sleeping a lot better. I don't see one over there like, oh, boy. Are they going to slide stuff to Rashawn Gary? Maybe. But I would guess they're going to look at it and say, we're going to be able to do. The plus side of this is the Bears don't necessarily know how Jeff Hafley's going to react with some of the pressure, some of the other stuff.
Right.
That's a plus. But the negative is you also don't have to leave a tight end in the chip. I would bet right now the tight ends for the Bears outside of the tackles are the happiest cats in that camp.
You're right. Mm-hmm.
Because, I don't have to thump or stay in and chip and pass block Micah. I actually get to go out and run routes. Huh, that's refreshing. I would guess that's their thought process going into this.
We'll talk to Uncle Homer coming up after I tell you about Lakeland Supply. They have been a great partner. Vince and his team are the best when it comes to packaging and supply chains. It's not an area that I know a lot about, but I'm looking forward to my visit to them after the Packers season ends, and they have been a great partner, and they continue to be. And core values are an important piece of any successful business, and Lakeland Supply is no different. They've been displaying their core values in the industrial supply space for over 40 years. Integrity, excellence, stewardship, partnership, and faith. They're ISO certified, a Future 50 winner, top rated in customer satisfaction, and they believe in giving back to the community. Lakeland isn't one of those catalog companies either. They work to be your packaging and supply expert, building plans around what you want and what you need. Lakeland Supply is in business to make your business better, so set up that free packaging and supply chain assessment at lakelandsupply.com. Uncle Homer joins us next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Wilde and Tausch is presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella at 855-PELLA-WI or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio.
Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center is kicking off their first tournament of the season with $1,000 in cash prizes. This is Gary Ellerson, inviting you to team up for a two-man scramble at Paynes Valley. Play it on their spacious state-of-the-art golf simulators. Sign up now at WisconsinIndoorGolfCenter.com. Just $120 per team, and you must finish your round by December 31st. This is their first of many winter tournaments. Keep an eye on their website. Take on Paynes Valley starts today at WisconsinIndoorGolfCenter.com.
Tito's Handmade Vodka is America's favorite vodka for a reason. From the first legal distillery in Texas, Tito's is 6 times distilled till it's just right and naturally gluten-free, making it a high-quality spirit that mixes with just about anything, from the smoothest martinis to the best Bloody Marys. Tito's is known for giving back, teaming up with nonprofits to serve its communities and do good for dogs. Make your next cocktail with Tito's. Distilled and bottled by 5th Generation Inc., Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
Hey football fans, get ready for kickoff with homemade party must-haves this week at Sendik's. Start with delicious dips, guacamole, pico de gallo, potato chips, and popcorn. Score big with over 20 varieties of homemade sausage and gourmet burgers. Then, stop by Sendik's Deli for homemade salads, side dishes, and even pinza pizzas. All made from scratch every day. Sendik's, your trusted local grocer.
Brighten up your home, workplace, or event with flowers and trust Welke's Milwaukee Florist to be your local florist. Welke's is family-owned and has delivered beauty for customers and businesses for well over 100 years. Join Welke's Flower subscription so your home is always fresh, or discover the benefits of creating a corporate account and leave the work to them. Welke's Milwaukee Florist has locations in Elm Grove and at 56th and North in Milwaukee. Go to welkes.com, that's WELKES.com for more info and to place an order.
Is back pain slowing you down? When it comes to spine care, you need specialized expertise. At the OAW Spine Center, their orthopedic care specialists provide the highest level of care for everything from herniated discs to spinal fusion. They start with the most conservative, non-surgical treatments like physical therapy and injections. If surgery is needed, minimally invasive procedures at the OAW Spine Center will get you back on your feet faster. With a focus on treating the source of the problem, they take a comprehensive, active approach to spine health, getting you back to the life you love. The OAW Spine Center. There is a difference. Visit OAWSpineCenter.com. That's OAWSpineCenter.com.
What's better than cheering for the Packers with an ice-cold beer in your hand? Cheering for the Packers with an ice-cold beer in your hand that you got for 10% off. And when you get Packers checking from Associated Bank, you get even more. Like 10% off food and 10% off drinks on game day. Like that ice-cold beer in your hand. Plus 15% off Pro Shop gear. Only with Packers checking. Associated Bank. Bank of the Packers. Learn more at associatedbank.com/Packers. Member FDIC.
It's Jason Wilde from Wilde and Tausch. Upgrade your industrial supply services with Lakeland Supply, your trusted ISO certified partner for custom packaging, shipping supplies, janitorial, and safety supply solutions. With over 40 years of industry excellence, Lakeland Supply is a proven one-stop source with over 95% of their products made in the U.S., and they treat their customers like family. Personalized service with a national reach. That's what Lakeland Supply does. Visit LakelandSupply.com to discover how they can make your business better.
You're listening to Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
Whatever you do, make sure you do it right. Whatever you do, make sure you do it right. You making love.
God, it's nice to be able to say, you know what that music means and actually mean it. You hear him on the Homer Hour every weekday from 5 to 6. I join him 3 times a week on there. You hear him on the call of Marquette men's basketball across the Marquette Basketball Radio Network. And, of course, you catch him on God Talk, My Faith with Homer and Pip on YouTube. He is Steve the Homer True. Homer, good morning. How are you?
I'm fine. I'm just going to give you a little tip here, help you out. You know, something you'll do in the off season. It will be the hottest discussion. Was there any benefit to having Micah Parsons on the team this year?
What?
Explain.
Yeah.
Explain what you're saying.
There's no snap! The defense was no better this year than last year, and he's hurt at the end of the year. The trade still should have been made. There may be benefit in the future. There was absolutely no benefit to having him on the team this year.
I am fascinated by your brain.
This is so obvious. I don't know what's.
You make me think. I'll give you that. You make me think. I guess my question is, if you don't get him, are you significantly worse defensively because you're not able to replicate what you did last year with the same people?
Why do you base that? On what do you base that?
Because teams saw all the stuff you did last year. They have a book on you now. You really think that you'd be able to replicate last year's success without him? That's my question for you, sir.
Yes. I don't know that you've ever brought that up before about any defense or offense when they have the same players. I mean, did you say after last year going into this season, which of course no one did, well, I mean, they're talking about, McKinney says they're a Super Bowl team. You can't say you're a Super Bowl team when you admit there's no way the defense can be as good last year.
Well, now wait a minute. So let's use your No. Stop for a second. Let's use your guy, because year over year, just because you have success one year does not in any way, shape, or form guarantee. What's the old saying about stock performance?
That's the Chiefs.
What about your guy, Edgerrin Cooper? Has he been nearly as impactful this season as he was last season? Now that people know what he is and how to block him.
No, how do you know that's it? How do you not know it's because
I don't know. That's my
Micah
point.
Parsons?
Is that's exactly the point. Your argument. Tell me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Your argument is because they were good last year without Micah Parsons, they would have been good this year without Micah Parsons.
Well,
and I just gave you an example of your favorite player who is not anything like he was last year in terms of impact.
But what you've left out is the assumption will be with those group and the addition of Micah Parsons, they would have been better, maybe significantly better, and they weren't.
You're twisting this all into a pretzel. You never answered the question about your guy and why you assume that they're.
He didn't. Okay, so he's not as good. Does that mean the defense is going to be significantly worse?
Right, but you were like putting him in the Packer Hall of Fame last year. My point is that if you bring everyone back from last year, they all stay healthy. That doesn't guarantee you to get the same production and the same quality of play. There's no guarantee of that.
Not, but there's a reason to think it'll be very close unless somebody gets hurt. You have a defensive coordinator. I mean, there's so many reasons to defend.
Homer,
why
don't
you would
you think
still be good. You have a defensive coordinator who's not been with the team that many years, but he's getting better each year. That's what happens when you have assistant coaches.
Don't you think that the referendum on what you're saying, these next 3 weeks in the playoffs, will kind of help you either formulate that plan or say you don't know what the hell you're talking about?
Okay, give me the options of what occur. And how that
the defense goes back, and we are creating turnovers, and Hafley's got all these blitz packages dialed up, and we're getting to the quarterback, and we're stracking, and we're intercepting balls, and the defense is just dynamite turning the football over again, and we end up going on and either winning a Super Bowl or advancing further than maybe we thought. Then, do you have that argument? I could listen to it.
I don't need that. Again, you recognize you've played an entire season a certain way. Oh, we can just change it the next week and everything will come back. You know that's not the case. You would be saying about the need for adjustment if we're not having this discussion. No, we talk about this all the time. You don't expect, well, they just right away they'll be as good as they were last year. Come on, you wouldn't say that about anybody, any player, any defense.
Oh, no. I would hold up a second. Hold up a second. Let's say Micah go back to August 27th.
Correct.
I'm anticipating Evan Williams being a lot better. I'm anticipating Edgerrin Cooper being a lot better. I'm expecting Lucas Van Ness to be a lot better. I'm expecting Devontae Wyatt to be a lot better. So I don't know how you could argue that everybody always looks at year 1 to year 2 as a big jump, and then getting healthy and, all of those things that weren't the case for parts of last year. I was anticipating this defense being better. And then obviously you go pick up Micah and you anticipated even being better. And Micah's done.
This was even a more disappointment with Micah than even I thought. If you thought the defense was going to be better before him.
So are you telling me right now, after you know what you know?
Not me.
I didn't say that at all. I'm saying
you said you thought this defense would be so much better without Micah, which means that last year they were. What were they last year? 6th in points given up. No. So that would mean this year they should have been one of the top 5
stop.
teams.
Don't do what I do to you. Don't do what I do to you. I'm not. That's not what I'm interested.
With that.
I'm not interested in you putting words in my mouth. I can speak for myself. What I said
you
was.
Just said you expected them to be much better this year than last
Homer,
year.
I'm gonna come through that screen. I swear to God, I will. What I said was there are going to be players that are going to make a jump. I never said anything else. I said. I expected Lucas Van Ness to take a jump, Evan Williams to take a jump, and really Edgerrin Cooper, who last year for part of the season didn't know.
I expected. Okay, just so I make sure I heard you right. Okay.
Yeah, you heard me right.
Okay. Because then I just said I thought you said you expected so that the defense should have been better, and then with Parsons you would think they would have been even better than that, which is way better than what they were this year. It just seemed to me you defended my position even stronger than I could.
No, what I said and what the pre-Micah Parsons trade was I still anticipated this defense with another year under Jeff Hafley and the growth of some of these young players that we would be better. That's what I said. And when you look at the stats, things are very similar to last year with the exception of turnovers. So that's why I'm not sitting here telling you your argument's dumb. It makes me think. But I, under any circumstance, and let me be crystal blanking clear to you, I'm still trading for Micah. Micah makes this defense better. He is the field tilter that every defense needs. You put a bullseye. And now whether everybody around him has stepped up the way we anticipated, that is a question that I'm certain we'll look at in the offseason and these next 3 or 4 weeks. But for anyone to think that bringing Micah Parsons in has been a downgrade and shouldn't have happened, I can't help you because I couldn't disagree with you more.
What actually did I say?
You said something of the line. I don't know. I'm not in the business of telling you.
Knowing what I say to disagree with it. That's good. That's awesome. I said.
What are you talking about?
Any reason? Was there? I just want to know what you disagree with. Was there any reason to having Michael Parsons on the team this season? And the answer is no. Now, I still would have made the trade. I'm sure there's going to be a benefit in the future. I'm more than willing to take the gamble. But that doesn't change what has occurred. Just like it doesn't change how difficult it will be for the Packers to win the game, not because the Packers aren't a better team, but because they have so many people hurt. And to not present how difficult it will be is not fair to the team if, in fact, they win the game. Same thing here.
So the 60-some-odd pressures and the 12.5 sacks is moot? Like it's moot?
Compared to as part of a defense versus last year. God knows how bad they might have been if he wasn't here. I don't know. He did a certain thing. They got significantly fewer turnovers. They didn't make it harder for people to score. So I ask you, what's the value of what he did then? Isn't the value of any defense to stop points? And the value of any offense is to score points. He does all those great things. You give up even a little more points compared to the rest of the league, and you don't create turnovers. What exactly did he do of value?
You are again, I go back to where I began. Your brain, I am fascinated by how your brain works because I would have never. Would you let me finish?
Homer's
he's very feisty I'm trying
today.
To pay you a compliment.
Yeah,
So
Homer.
Zip it, old man.
Zip it like that coat you're wearing courtside.
I that you texted him about. Have we heard back from the Homer that
I
isn't
got blocked.
Homer?
No, I was blocked, so I can't send anything
God, that's
else
one of my
out to
all-time
him.
favorite moments on the show. That
I
discovery
would wear
that
it
you
tonight, but I'm not close enough that anybody would notice it.
The way you frame things is incredible to me because the way you have framed this argument, it is very hard to push back on you based on the results that have occurred to this point. Now, I would argue...
Well, and the same thing then, Jason. You could say, well, Jordan Love hasn't done anything different. What has he done? Is it worth it there? Like, you could do that with every player if your team doesn't have the success that you're looking for. Even though that individual has completely overshot all other players on your team's production at that spot, Homer could literally say, well, Dwayne Wade didn't win a championship. What the hell was the difference him coming to Marquette? They didn't win anything. So the hell with it. It didn't matter if he came. He didn't win a championship.
As a matter of
we
fact,
got beat by 80 points in the Final Four, if my memory serves me. You could have done that with Frank Costanza, George.
No, excellent point.
No, it's the same argument you're just making. What the hell difference does it make? You didn't win. You're not better. Go ahead. Go ahead.
The first year he was at Marquette, he led the team in every statistical value.
They win a championship?
Was there any benefit to having Dwayne Wade on the team? No. Very little.
All right.
While it was very entertaining because they lost their first NCAA tournament game.
Okay.
Now, no one cares about the statistics. What was important the second year is that he played as well, and there was benefit to it because the team won. Now, if you want to say that in the case of the Packers that they had nobody, now that they got Parsons because they lost this and this and this and this and this, fine. But, yes, it was exactly the same way with Dwayne Wade. His stats were as impressive as Micah Parsons and served
Homer?
an entertainment value of no value because they didn't win an NCAA
Okay,
tournament game.
so Homer.
Nice, thanks for the suggestion.
They are 4-0 in the division with Micah being here, and they were 1-5 last year without him. Is that not a value?
Good one.
Or is it doesn't matter, right?
No, that's a value.
Well, I thought you said there was. I'm not going to put words in your mouth, but you said no.
Well, is it a value that they did that? Yes. But what was your point? So that because they had Micah Parsons, they improved
They're beating teams that are better. Last year we couldn't beat really good teams. This year we've been able to beat really good teams.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So I guess I'm just.
Records about the same, right?
Yeah, it'll probably end up similar.
All right. Can I interject here for a second?
Can
I
interject?
No, let me.
He's done.
Just
He's
a second.
done for the year.
Right.
Can't help
but
anymore.
but you acquire field tilting players like Reggie White with 3 sacks in the Super Bowl for the most critical moments in the season when it is win or go home. You have seen the whole Enter Sandman concept. You have seen him close out games that maybe they don't win without him making a play when he does.
There's at least 2 games I can count.
And if he does that in a playoff game that you win instead of lose, then there is undeniable value in that. Now, you can't predict he's going to tear his ACL in a game in Denver in week, whatever it was, 15. So I understand now that we're playing the results game that he's injured, that you're making the argument you are. But you get these players, so you need your best players to be at their best when their best is required. And he's not going to get a chance to do that because of the injury. So if that's your argument, you're right. They won't be any better off because they won't have the benefit of having one of the best defensive players in all of football available to them in the postseason. But that is when you write your legacy.
And they weren't any better in the regular season as a defense. You can't leave that part out.
You can't just do that based solely on statistics. You can't do that.
Yeah, other than points giving up. What would you like? What do you mean you can't do it on statistics? You talked about that Reggie White team. That Reggie White team became one of the greatest defenses the year they won the Super Bowl. Why? Because Ron Wolf went out and got other players to help Reggie White. Look at all the players they added. Of course you look at statistics. What's the point of we got all these sacks, but pressure. The other team scores many points. Who gives a damn? Maybe he wore his helmet right.
Their statistics are similar. They're not vastly different.
They're about the same. Yes. They've been no better. That's what I said.
They would have a worse record. Would they not have? Yes or no? Which we just talked about in terms of him closing out games. Would they have a worse record than they currently have if they didn't have Micah Parsons on their team? Yes or no?
If so, it'd be a very small difference.
We have some news from Matt LaFleur, who's at the podium right now. Homer, you have your Ubering to do.
I do.
Appreciate
By the way,
you.
I agree totally with Tausch on they need if Watson plays, I believe the Packers can win the game. I believe they're going to win 2 of their last 3 games, even if they lose to the Bears. But no Christian Watson. It's too much for Golden, and that will be the difference in winning or losing.
What's the value of having Watson anyway?
I think we saw that.
Ooh.
I would think you would see they score significantly more points. The offense has been a bigger issue.
So now the eye test matters.
Let's check and see how they do with the offense with Watson this year. Somebody look those numbers up, and then you can say, Homer, you were right again.
All
Bye.
right. Bye.
I'll go get a car wash again today.
The Packers' point totals in games without Christian Watson. 27, 27, 10, 40, 27, 27. Their point totals with Christian Watson: 35, 13, 7, 27, 23, 31, 28, 26. Now,
sounds about the same.
Are we going to look at the number of points and say Christian Watson has not been a valuable addition with him coming back? No, of course not, because there's more to it than just numbers. The eye test does matter, and the eye test mattered when Micah Parsons was on the field as well. All right, that was fun. I enjoyed that. I hope you did as well. So we appreciate Homer every time he joins us. All right, Jesse just sent me the trivia questions for today. We'll play trivia during the 11 o'clock hour. I want to remind you to make sure you tune in to Behind the Bucks on the Bucks Plus Audio Network, presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance and HR and benefits consultant. Behind the Bucks goes behind the scenes with the Bucks. Current one, narrated by the great Marcus Johnson. I met a guy at Sydney's volleyball tournament over the weekend, Todd. He is a huge fan of the show.
Todd.
He has one daughter named Sydney and a son named Marcus. He named them after Sidney Moncrief and Marcus Johnson.
Wow, that's fun.
So I'm sure that he is listening to Behind the Bucks, presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. More Wilde and Tausch straight ahead. Stick around.
This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance. All day, every day, the Carbless talk and text line is open for you.
First off, there is not one team that's on the fringe that scares me.
800-990-3776. The Carbless talk and text line. This is more. Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app. Customizable just for you. Find the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today.
When storms hit or accidents happen, it's not just about property, it's about people. I'm Mandy Grimal-Lococo with Grimal and Associates Insurance. We help families bundle home, auto, and life coverage so you're never facing life's what-ifs alone. With the heavy rains we've seen in Milwaukee, we'll review your policy to be sure water backup, sump pump failures, and flood risks don't drain your wallet. Your home is more than walls and a roof, it's where life happens. At Grimal and Associates Insurance in Shorewood, we're here to protect your home, your family, and your peace of mind. Call us today at 414-332-0838.
Hey, this is the Fat Jack. Are you ready to make some money betting the games? College football playoffs are here. The NFL is in full swing, and we are making a ton of money. December has been incredibly profitable, not just in football and basketball, but across all sports. Go to FatJackSports.com. Get signed up today for $299. Get all the football through the end of the month. $399 gets you football and hoops to the end of the month, or add everything and make even more. FatJackSports.com. Go through the end of the year and make the most for the best price. Get signed up today.
UW Credit Union presents the Student Athlete of the Week, supporting local student athletes as they grow on the field, in the classroom, and in the community. UW Credit Union is here for every you. Learn more at uwcu.org.
With your UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week, I'm Will Summers. This week's UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week is New Berlin West senior guard Evan Kern. Kern delivered a milestone week for the Vikings basketball team, helping West open up the season 3-0, all on the road, and becoming the newest member of the program's 1,000-point club. He opened the year with 12 points in a 73-50 win over Martin Luther, then followed it up with one of the biggest shots of his career. With the score tied at 54 in the Battle of New Berlin, Kern drilled a deep 28-foot buzzer beater to give West a 57-54 win over Eisenhower. He finished with 8 points in the rivalry victory. Kern capped the week by surpassing 1,000 points in a 64-54 win over East Troy, rounding out a perfect start for the Vikings. Congratulations to Evan Kern, your UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week.
What's up, Brochachos? Ready for an epic Stranger Things watch party?
Grab a tasty slice of Stranger Things Surfer Boy pizza. It's the tubular frozen pizza that tastes like it came straight from Hawkins to your oven.
Whoa, this pie? Totally righteous.
With 4 bodacious flavors, you're sure to find one that totally rocks. Plus, you can collect the Wicked limited edition sticker that comes in each box.
Now that my taste buds are upside down, let's get this watch party started.
Stranger Things Surfer Boy Pizza. Grab your gang and fuel up for one last adventure.
Time's running out. It's the final chance of 2025 to save big at the Last Call Savings Event. This month at Cunis, get 0% APR financing for 60 months on select new vehicles across multiple brands. Or take advantage of huge discounts and rebates on all new in-stock cars, trucks, and SUVs from Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC. Thinking pre-owned? Check your local dealer website for a new selection of discounted pre-owned super specials and shop our group-wide inventory of over 700 pre-owned under 20 grand and over 300 under 10 grand. Plus, we have great service specials on brakes, tires, and oil changes. Hurry in. When 2025 ends, so do the savings. Start your search today at shopcunis.com. 0% APR financing for 60 months on select models with approved credit through OEM lenders. Not all buyers qualify. Rate set by lender with approval subject to buyer insurability. 0% for 60 months equals $1,667 per $1,000 finance. Excludes tax, title, license, and $499 dealer service fee. Offer ends 1/5/26.
You're listening to Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella at 855-PELLA-WI or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio.
Packers coach Matt LaFleur at the podium. I don't know if this is deserving of a breaking news sounder, but I will say, he says Christian Watson is expected to practice today on a limited basis. Per Rob Domofsky, quote, he's improving. We'll just see how he's feeling out there. He's fighting to play. Lucas Van Ness, Dontavion Wicks also set to practice on a limited basis. The other DNPs, per Rob from yesterday, which would include Josh Jacobs, likely still out. Tausch, does that boost your hopes?
Awesome news.
Slightly.
Absolutely. No, more than slightly. That means he's more than likely he's going to at least give it a shot unless some setbacks happen. And even if he's not going to be 100%. Even if he's out there, the threat that he brings should help everybody else. And if he is 75 or 80% of what he was in Denver, it just boosts morale, but it also boosts the spacing and the efficiency of what this offense can do.
Hopefully Christian Watson will speak after practice. We will be there with coverage of that. We'll get to the 11 o'clock hour here shortly. How much time do we have still to be able to make donations to the virtual toy drive with
December
you and
31st,
Sarah and AmFam?
December 31st. We still got some work to do. We've chipped away. We've done a nice job, and we appreciate everybody that has jumped in with American Family Insurance to help raise money towards the American Family Children's Hospital through a virtual toy drive. All donations will go towards therapeutic supplies and toys that help thousands of children and families across the country. And American Family Insurance will match every dollar donated all the way up to $50,000 through the end of the year. Visit amfamkids.org to donate today.
The 11 o'clock hour kicks off in 2 minutes, so stick around.
Don't go anywhere. Another hour of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, is coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Mark Tauscher here, and these days I am sleeping better than ever. I am so thankful I met with the great team at Advent to help solve my sleeping problems. The Advent team is so great to work with, and their consultations are very informative. The Advent team listened to my struggles, and rather than forcing a surgery, they helped me find the best solution for a better night's sleep. My family and I are so thankful the solutions from Advent worked. To see how they can help you with snoring, sleep apnea, and nasal breathing problems, go to adventknows.com, because Advent knows when you breathe well, you live better.
Oh, my back.
Santa?
Oh, Gina Della from Pella. You've been a good girl this year.
Is that why you're in here building new windows?
Santa's doing OT.
Let me make a call.
frighteningly fast Pella team at your service. Let us take it from here, Mr. Claus. And Gina, next time.
I know. Ask for a Pella gift card. Right now, at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, get 0% interest for 24 months. Visit PellaWI.com.
Certain restrictions apply. It's 12/31/2025.
Tito's Handmade Vodka is America's favorite vodka for a reason. From the first legal distillery in Texas, Tito's is 6 times distilled till it's just right. And naturally gluten-free, making it a high-quality spirit that mixes with just about anything. From the smoothest martinis to the best Bloody Marys. Tito's is known for giving back, teaming up with nonprofits to serve its communities and do good for dogs. Make your next cocktail with Tito's. Distilled and bottled by 5th Generation Inc., Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
Host an unforgettable outing and create special memories with your crew at a Milwaukee Bucks game. Groups of 10 or more can score ticket savings, block seating, and take part in special activities on game days. Showcase your team's talents on center court, score a high five from the pros, and more. There are great options for groups of all sizes. Start planning your ultimate Bucks basketball game day experience today at bucks.com/groups. That's bucks.com/groups.
Hey, this is Jen Latta. You're listening to 94.5 ESPN, WKTI, and WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
The 11 o'clock hour of Wilde and Tausch begins now. This is real. I like the kind of techno Christmas royalty-free tunes.
Oh, you should have been out at Madison Axe with us for the holiday party last week. They were crushing the royalty-free holiday tunes that all sounded like this. Good time.
It is catchy, and of course, as we learned, Mark Tauscher, the GOAT of axe throwing, at least when it comes to the ESPN Madison team. The Packers need more from Rashawn Gary. Tausch, I want you to listen to this back and forth with Rashawn Gary from yesterday and tell me what you think of it and what your expectations are for him as they look to fill the void created by Micah Parsons' injury.
Understanding, guys need to step up, but the number one thing is he wants us to turn the page and continue to play ball and get wins.
Rashawn, up to this point, where would you say, or when you look back at your season, where do you think this season has gone for you, and where do you think there's areas improved on this final stretch for you?
Season been good, man. We've been winning. A lot of improvement from last year, and then we had the final stretch where, like I said, we got the pen in our paper. Big games coming, so that means a lot of big plays is able to be made and able to come.
Rashawn, obviously everyone wants to, it's not one person who replaces Micah. Everyone wants to elevate their games. How much responsibility do you take to kind of take that responsibility on without him out there?
Say that again?
Well, so you lose one of the best pass rushers in football. You've accomplished a lot during your time. How much more do you need to do, I guess, is what I'm asking.
I just got to be myself. When guys thinking that they need to do more than what they've been doing, you start to strain, start to try to find plays that's not there. And throughout the season, man, I've been doing a great job of being effective, being myself, and I know if I keep playing at a high level, keep playing how I'm playing, the plays are going to come, and it's going to be right what the team needs.
How do you avoid doing that then when I'm sure you want your sack numbers to be up, right? I mean, you're a prideful guy. How do you avoid chasing stuff that maybe you shouldn't be chasing then if that's what your mentality is?
Oh, man, I've been doing what I've been doing, man. That's all 111. Like I've been saying every time we talk, as long as 111 is on the same page, we're going to be fine. But once again, man, if I do what I got to do, I'm a big part of this team, and we're going to be right where we need to be.
Tausch?
I think he's downplaying the fact that he is 111, but not all 11 are equal. If that was the case, everybody would make the same amount of money. And I know some folks think that doesn't matter, but it does. That's how you're judged, and that's how the expectations of what is asked of you is correspondent with how much money you're making. Rashawn Gary had a good start to the season, and it's sacks, pressures, whatever it might look like. And I know Jeff Hafley defended him last week, I believe, as far as his run defense and everything else. But he's going to need to step up. I don't think there's any question about that. Whether or not he's going to, again, as I mentioned earlier, I think there's questions about what that might look like, how that's going to be the case. And we'll see what and if that is how this shakes out, because he has gotten as favorable of matchups as you're going to get. Whereas last year he was doubled and probably chipped and looked at a lot differently than what he was when Micah came to town. So I think from his point of view, he is saying, I'm doing what is asked of me, and his numbers are going to end up looking fine. If he gets 2 or 3 sacks here and he has a 10-sack season, I think people will say he had a pretty good year.
Yeah.
I do think the last 4 or 5 weeks, he hasn't been as impactful. That's going to need to change in this 3-game run.
Again, sacks are not the only measure of productivity. And I understand, as we discussed earlier in the show, the ball's coming out sooner, et cetera, et cetera. 0 sacks over a 7-game stretch is a really long time to not have a single sack. And they need more from him, whether he says that or not, especially now without Micah Parsons.
Has he underachieved, in your opinion?
Look, through the first 3 games, I was like, oh, my God, this is going to be unbelievable. This is going to be Gastineau and Klecko. This is going to be they're both going to be 15-sack guys, right? He had 4.5 sacks in 3 games. I thought Micah Parsons is going to make Rashawn Gary great again. And I don't understand. I understand some of the explanations. I'm not saying they're excuses. I understand some of the explanations. But and there was a play in particular, and I think you're going to know which one I'm referring to, where both Parsons and Gary are chasing Bo Nix on Sunday, and Parsons passes him as he's chasing him. I mean,
well, in fairness, almost every defensive lineman's going to get passed by Micah.
Yeah, I understand, but the optics of it were it was very telling in terms of the differential between the two. And now he has to elevate his game. They need him to elevate his game. I am very eager to see whether he does so or not. We will see if Matt LaFleur had anything else to say. I know Rob also tweeted out his response to a question about the handshake. We'll get to that. But we need to also play trivia. Jesse, is today a double trivia day?
Sure is, Jason.
Caller 211 and 212.
All right, let's not do that. But back by popular demand, because I made an executive choice last week that everyone was upset about. Double Wisconsin Geography Wednesday has returned today. So we will play double Wisconsin Geography trivia coming up next.
All right, let's take caller 15 and caller 30 to give those streamers a chance. Caller 15 and caller 30, 844-770-3776, 844-770-3776. Caller 15 and caller 30 play trivia after Tausch tells us about Tito's vodka.
Tito's handmade vodka. You know, it's fun going down and whooping up on Austin, Texas with your volleyball squad. That's fun. And then celebrating with a Tito's after. How fun is that? The first legal distillery in Austin. Tito's is distilled 6 times for a clean, smooth finish and naturally gluten-free. You can mix it with anything from that spicy bloody all the way up to a classic vodka tonic. You make great drinks, and they also do real good in the communities across the country, especially for our 4-legged friends. So the next time you're raising a glass, make sure it's Tito's handmade vodka, crafted to be savored responsibly.
Trivia's next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Wilde and Tausch continues next on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
At Big Fish Contracting, we want every home project to be a good story worth sharing. That's why we as a team aim to exceed your expectations. We can improve any aspect of your home. Everything from a complex remodel to the essential roof, gutters, siding, and windows. Integrity, humility, and kindness are why we've grown in southeastern Wisconsin for the last 2 decades. Visit bigfishcontracting.com to learn how Big Fish is renovating homes and redeeming an industry.
There's a holiday gift out there that everyone loves. It's compact, tasty, and one size fits all. It's a Cousin Subs gift card. Make your life a little easier. Give your friends and family a better gift this holiday season. Purchase $30 in gift cards today at your favorite Cousin Subs location and receive a certificate for a free 7.5-inch sub. Oh man, that's the gift that keeps on giving. Cousin Subs. We believe in better.
It all began 53 years ago with one belief. Every family deserves support, and every child deserves a safe place to learn and grow. When you join the team at La Causa, you support giving children a chance to learn, to grow, to dream. Their team doesn't just show up for work, they show up for the community. As teachers, caretakers, clinicians, and social workers, united by compassion, education, and opportunity, help change lives every day by embarking upon a rewarding career at La Causa. Apply today at lacausa.org/careers.
Mark Tauscher here for Iron Jock. As a former athlete, I've worn just about every type of workout gear there is, and nothing compares to Iron Jock. Their performance apparel is built to fight sweat, odor, and bacteria, keeping you feeling fresh no matter how hard you push. From the gym to the pickleball court, Iron Jock keeps you dry, comfortable, and confident. Right now, you can get 40% off your Iron Jock gear. Use code CHRISTMAS40. That's Christmas40 for 40% off your order. Shop now at ironjock.com.
Hey, it's your friend John McGivern. In a world full of chaos, I'm grateful for a health plan that has my back. Network Health is so reliable and trustworthy, they always put me and over 126,000 members first. It's just what they do and what they've always done for over 41 years. Call 833-7-NETWORK today. HMO and POS plans underwritten by Network Health Plan. Compensation has been provided for using this endorsement of Network Health.
Welcome to Jackpot Land, this fall at Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Play your favorite games with your Potawatomi Rewards card all fall to win your share of thousands in prizes each month and earn entries into the big December Jackpot Land prize drawings. Your October, November, and December entries all count. Win thousands in cash or reward play. Welcome to Jackpot Land, only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
It's ESPN Wisconsin's Game Night, so for Events by Design. Events like appreciation parties and retreats can go a long way towards boosting morale and retaining top talent. Events by Design is your go-to creative partner for employee events that truly make an impact. They help leaders retain top talent by making their people feel seen, valued, and celebrated. The creative team at Events by Design does all the planning and production, making sure things not only look great, but also work. Make a smart investment in your culture today. Search online, Events by Design. They design, you party.
The shot clock's winding down, and Saturn Lounge scores at the buzzer. When your marketing needs a slam dunk, our team drives the lane with creative strategy, branding, websites, video storytelling, and marketing campaigns that win. We run the full court press in every engagement, pushing the pace, finding that open shot, and delivering the highlight reel results. Our Saturn Lounge team ensures that your marketing content and campaigns dominate like a champion. Don't settle for a turnover or a missed shot or a wasted possession. Let Saturn Lounge run your marketing game plan now. To tell the world your story, visit SaturnLounge.com today.
This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Sponsored by American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
We'll get to Whoa Nelly and what Matt LaFleur briefly, very briefly, kind of like the handshake itself, had to say about that exchange with Ben Johnson. Am I not into that story sufficiently?
The handshake?
It's a fun story for. I think people love to see that this rivalry is getting a little heated, and obviously Saturday is going to be a big chapter in that story. But no, I think it's more of a nothing burger than maybe people think.
What is not a nothing burger is trivia presented by Iron Jock and Cousin Subs.
Wilde and Tausch Trivia is brought to you by Cousin Subs. Purchase $30 worth of Cousin Subs gift cards this month and receive a certificate for a 7.5-inch sub. And by Iron Jock, performance apparel that actually performs. No stink, just performance. And proudly Wisconsin built. Shop now at ironjock.com.
Let us welcome in our contestants. First of all, caller 15. This is the city, not the state, I'm assuming. Chad in Oregon. Chad, good morning. How are you?
Good morning, fellas. I'm good.
Great to have you. Get ready to play. And our caller number 30 is Brian on the south side. I assume that's of Milwaukee. Brian, good morning. How are you?
I'm well, and that is correct.
Whereabouts on the south side? As a fellow South Sider who grew up on the south side of Milwaukee, whereabouts?
The Alverno neighborhood.
Yeah, yes, indeed. I love it. All right. The category is Wisconsin Geography Wednesday. 2 contestants, 6 questions. Here we go. Chad, question 1 for you. Latitudinally. Whew, that was a tough one. Which of these Wisconsin cities on the 2026 Green Bay Packers tailgate tour is located farthest north? Farthest north. Is it Wisconsin Rapids, Racine, or Dubuque once it's annexed by Wisconsin?
Wisconsin Rapids.
Yes, sir.
1 for 1. Brian, this may sound familiar. Longitudinally, which of these Wisconsin cities on the 2026 Green Bay Packers tailgate tour is located farthest east? Farthest east. Is it Janesville, Green Bay, or Dubuque once it's annexed to Wisconsin?
It's Green Bay.
Indeed it is. Question 2, Chad.
Hey, guys, you know what we have going on?
No, I don't. Shut up.
No, okay.
Question 2, Chad. Jesse's the guy who went and sat by the guy throwing the no-hitter, right? Like he did that sort of thing, right? That's him.
If
Well, we got a
you
perfect
say
week going.
it every time, whenever I go to a game, I say, 26 outs to a perfect game. Great. 25 outs. If you say it every time, then it's not a problem.
Have you ever been to a no-hitter?
No. Okay. Got to the 8th inning. Dave Bush. Day game in like 07.
Was George there?
He was? Yeah.
Chad, question 2, which I am now convinced you're going to get wrong. So try to beat the odds. Which of these Wisconsin cities is known for preserving its rich Swiss heritage through Alpine-style architecture, traditional festivals, and cultural institutions? Is it West Bend, New Glarus, or Elkhorn?
Let's keep the streak going, New Glarus.
There we go. Overcoming the odds. All right, Brian, question 2 for you. Which Wisconsin city was once called the German Athens of America due to how much its German heritage has shaped the culture, architecture, and industry of the city?
That would be my fair city of Milwaukee.
That's big time.
That is big time. Well done. Question 3, Chad. Which of these Wisconsin cities is located north of Highway 29, which runs all the way across the states from River Falls to Green Bay? Is it Antigo, Wautoma, or Pittsville?
Antigo.
You know it, old T?
I would agree with Antigo.
Bowling powerhouse.
Red Robins.
Bottomless fries. Question 3, Brian. Which of these Wisconsin cities is located south of Highway 18, which runs all the way from Prairie du Chien to Madison? Is it Arena, Boscobel, or Cassville?
I'm going to go with Cassville.
That's what I would go with.
And despite Jesse's best whammy hex efforts, you both got all 3 of your questions right. Chad, you got 4 entries into Friday's drawing. Thanks for playing, buddy. We appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it.
And Brian, you also got 4 entries into Friday's drawing, and you know your city of Milwaukee and its German heritage. Thank you for playing. We appreciate you as well.
Thank you, fellas.
That is Wilde and Tausch Trivia. 6 correct questions.
Pretty good.
And that is a perfect week so far through 3.
And that is Wilde and Tausch Trivia presented by Iron Jock and Cousins Subs. Whoa, Nelly is next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Wilde and Tausch is presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella at 855-PELLA-WI or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio.
This winter, upgrade your home and your savings with Exterior Pros and Baths. New windows, roofing, siding, or a stunning bath makeover. Get it done now and get $3,000 off your project. That's right, $3,000 back in your pocket during our biggest year-end blowout. Call 262-800-4274 or head to extpros.com. Don't wait. These holiday savings melt away fast. Exterior Pros and Baths. Your home upgraded for the holidays.
An ESPN Radio Extra Point with Rich Eisen.
You're going to miss the Kansas City Chiefs when the AFC playoffs are hitting. You're going to miss the buzz. You're going to miss the pizzazz. You're going to miss Mahomes versus fill in the blank. You're going to miss Mahomes versus fill in the blank with no time left. You're going to miss something. The AFC playoffs will have less juice to it without the Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes. And one day, all you Chiefs fatiguers out there, all you Chiefs fatiguers out there will admit it. You might have to go higher register. League's more fun when the Chiefs are good. The Chiefs, I'll say the same thing when LeBron's gone. You'll miss him too. You'll miss hating him. You'll miss hate watching him.
Yeah.
Some will miss watching him. No. There'll be less pizzazz without him. Same thing with these Chiefs.
Getting more as a MyLowe's Pro Rewards member is easier than ever with the Lowe's app. Download it today and earn 500 points the first time you log in. Plus, your digital wallet helps you scan, save, earn, and access what you need to manage it all in one place. Download the Lowe's app and take advantage of your pro benefits today. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid 12/1/25 through 1/7/26. Offer valid for first login per organization only. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Additional restrictions apply. Visit Lowe's.com/terms for more details. Subject to change.
Hi there. Surprise.
30 for 30 presents Booyah.
Can I get a witness from the congregation?
You can't stop authenticity.
Booyah!
Stuart was exactly like you saw him on camera, off camera. He dialed it up 10%.
Can you imagine the impact of young black boys and girls looking at that going, I feel seen?
He changed the culture. He changed sports. Stream Booyah right now on the ESPN app.
This is Eric Brown, owner of Siding Unlimited, letting you know that Siding Unlimited installs Pella windows and doors. That's right, Siding Unlimited installs windows, and we do it really well, earning the prestigious Pella Platinum Premier National Certified Contractor of the Year award 5 times. New windows, our expert team will deliver on a smooth, hassle-free installation, making you feel proud of calling Siding Unlimited for your window project. What's the next step? Call 262-567-4513 or go to sidingunlimited.com.
Looking for the early gift for the basketball fan on your list? This holiday season, Fiserv Forum brings the heat with the Milwaukee Hoop Showdown. Friday, December 19th, the Wisconsin Badgers versus Villanova at 7 p.m. But first, UW Milwaukee takes on South Dakota State at 4. 2 big games, 1 electric night, all under one roof. Check off that holiday list to get your tickets now at FiservForum.com/showdown. The Badgers headline the action on Friday, December 19th, and you don't want to miss it. Visit FiservForum.com/showdown.
People say buying a home in winter is tough.
But fewer buyers means less competition, and motivated sellers can mean better opportunities.
This is Tony Wendorf with Tony Wendorf & Associates First Weber.
And I'm Lindsay Bendler. When the perfect home appears, our team at Tony Wendorf & Associates helps you move fast, even during the snow.
Start your home journey today with our white glove service by simply searching online Tony Wendorf.
A real estate team that always leads with faith and gratitude.
Tony Wendorf & Associates.
You're listening to Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
Jesse, before we get to Whoa Nelly, I'm reading the YouTube comments. A little less prickly in there today.
Someone got a suspension.
Oh.
Popular commenter did not get the opportunity to continue in the comments today.
Interesting. That I guess those who have a theory on that of the influence that certain people may hold may have a point. Jane, who is a very avid YouTube viewer and commenter, she's in the chat. Like Tausch, she's subscribed, but unlike Tausch, she's able to chat.
That is an odd circumstance.
She was curious. She missed yesterday's show. She's very loyal to the show. And by the way, Jane, thank you for your loyalty. You know how much I appreciate that. So she was searching for the greatest hits of the Racine Danish Kringle Jingle for Your Kringle concert at contest. And it was kind of a concert as well, I suppose. So you can find those from yesterday's show. I will say, since it is royalty free and allegedly AI generated, I would like to hear the one that was ineligible.
Yeah, Jane sticks around for the final segment today. She'll hear that coming in to close us out. Yeah.
Okay, good. Because that was fun. Not that our winner was not great and our runner-up wasn't great, and the doo-wop Barbershop Quartet, which finished in third place. They were all great, and thank you again to everybody who submitted their jingle for their Kringle. I hope we continue to do that. It's not just a treat, it's a tradition, and so is the content. Speaking of traditions, time now for Whoa Nelly.
If the topic is good, the guys discuss.
Just the other morning I had breakfast at Tracy Rocker's house. His mama brought out 15 flapjacks. He said, Mama, take back 5 of them flapjacks. I gotta stay hungry for the Crimson Tide.
But if it's not, the show must go on. It's time for
Whoa Nelly
on Wilde and Tausch.
Want to start with a question from a fan who called in during one of our commercial breaks today. Papa D in Oostburg. Papa D in Oostburg.
Oh, Oostburg.
Papa D.
Papa D. Papa D wanted to ask Tausch, specifically as the Badgers radio network analyst and as a Green Bay Packers Hall of Famer, would a big-bodied back like Jackson Aker make a lot of sense for the Green Bay Packers to add to their roster in the upcoming draft?
That's an interesting question. I mean, I think they're trying to be super versatile, but if you're going to go back to getting big up front and running the football on a consistent basis, I think a great fullback and someone that can help you at short yardage is always of value to every team. But it feels like Matt LaFleur, and with what Jordan Love, and especially if Josh Jacobs is back, I don't know if that's the road they want to go down. But I'm going to tell you this. Anytime you can get a good player who fills a bunch of needs and is really good at something, they're good to have on your roster.
Jason, anything you'd like to add?
Well, they have a big back. He's not tall, but he is burly, and I know we mentioned this previously, but how do you not? What's the line from Moneyball? How are you not romantic about baseball? How do you not love Josh Jacobs? I just, again, the fact that he is going through all this and he plays with the violent running style that he does. And by the way, for a guy who had only caught one touchdown pass in his NFL career, 0 with the Raiders before he got to Green Bay, how great was that touchdown catch he had against Dre Greenlaw?
It's an all-timer.
It's an unbelievable play. Great confidence to go to him, and I thought the broadcast did a great job of showing that was something that they would allow happen. Denver was fine with it because, well, what are you going to do? He didn't catch touchdowns. He's not great out of the backfield. Well, he was. Yeah, he was on Sunday.
Yeah, I think having a guy like that has value. I do wonder, and I have not spoken to him, and I feel terrible for him. I do not understand. I've never seen anything like what Marshawn Lloyd has got going on. And for him they can, I don't know what the future holds for Emmanuel Wilson. We both agree we like him a lot. But we also talked about, the way the contract of Josh Jacobs is structured. We wondered, what does the future hold for him, right? I don't know how. That feels like one of those that if you were to say, well, we're going to save some money here, you're going to rue the day that you decide that that's not worth paying for.
Yeah, but you would have said the same thing about Aaron Jones when Brian Gutekunst said we're keeping Aaron Jones.
Right, and they replaced him with a guy who's been great. I don't know if you can always catch that lightning in the bottle or not. We'll see, and we'll see if it comes to that. But, by the way, Aaron Jones had a 1,100-yard season last year. Like, let's not pretend that he wasn't very good either. He was good for the Vikings. Next.
Packers made the right move.
Whoa, Nelly! I don't disagree.
We mentioned this news yesterday, but for those who may have missed it, Alan Lazard released by the New York Jets, the last link on the New York Jets to the Aaron Rodgers short-lived era in the Big Apple.
How would you grade Aaron Rodgers as a GM?
I mean, he was pretty happy that Valdez-Scantling and Thielen came in and made some plays on Monday night.
How would you grade Aaron Rodgers? We said let him be the GM. Don't, let him have some say in what happens. Give me a grade on Aaron Rodgers as a general manager from your perspective.
D+.
Okay.
Not a complete failure. He's got at least, Cobb was good that year he came back.
Yeah, that was a good addition. Again, I
want us to bookmark this because I don't think, who knows? Jordan Love at 27 and Jordan Love at 34 is going to be a whole different Jordan Love. Let's just remind ourselves when we're in this position that general managers general manage, quarterbacks quarterback. I fell into the let's acquiesce and let players help out with different things, and I've learned a lesson. I ain't doing that anymore.
Mm-hmm. LeBron not very good at it.
LeBron was a great GM.
Well, 10 years ago.
Whoa, Nelly!
All right. Anyway,
You make an argument. LeBron was until the last couple, he was a better general manager than he was a player. No, I'm being dead serious. I've said this a million times. He was able to pull Bosch and figure out all that to win in Miami, and then he sees Miami fading a little bit. He's like, now I'm going to go back with Kyrie and the boys.
Deuces.
And then, I don't know. And then he just kind of said,
Love there.
No, then at the end of it, he said, the hell with it. I just want to go where great weather and I can get my kid a spot.
Make some movies and some TV
and
shows.
Somehow they dumb into getting Luka Doncic. And they got Anthony Davis. Like, LeBron has been, Jerry West has always been the gold standard. LeBron has beaten him out.
Can I, and I know I don't know how the inner workings function, but how do we view Giannis as having had any level of influence remotely close to what LeBron has had?
Nothing like LeBron.
Okay, so he has not been in any way.
But if that was the case, Giannis's would be getting a pretty low grade too. Those are just the facts.
Whoa, Nelly!
Every week on Unsportsmanlike on ESPN Radio, Evan Cohen shares his hot mess rankings. Is there any team that's more of a hot mess than the Miami Dolphins right now? After their loss on Monday Night Football, they're all but eliminated from playoff contention. Mike McDaniel saying they might bench Tua. They just released Matthew Judon earlier today. The Dolphins feel like that's going to be a burn it down and start the whole thing over operation after the end of this season, don't you think?
I do think. Yeah, the Dolphins are a hot mess. They're the top hot mess of any NFL team. They have $99 million in dead cap that they're going to have to figure out how to spread out.
Stretch it like Dame.
The Broncos pulled it off. They did it, but they got lucky with, and again, Bo Nix, that was the biggest shock to me last week on how awesome he was against our defense. Mm-hmm. Miami's going to have to try to strike that too. Maybe they'll get lucky like Denver did.
Yeah, they are a train wreck, and this is, again, why the cost of doing business at the quarterback position has become, if you are wrong about your guy, and the Packers are undeniably right about their guy. Is he going to be a Hall of Famer? Is he going to be an MVP? We don't know what the future holds, but we know what the floor is for Jordan Love, and he is in nowhere near what Tua has turned out to be. I also think, and I know you're a big Jaguars guy, Tausch, but it would appear that Liam Cohen, Duval, has at least gotten Trevor Lawrence going in a somewhat positive direction.
We'll see. Yeah, they're better than they were. We'll see.
But
Doug Peterson had him in the playoffs, and I think they gag away a big lead.
They did. You're right. Yep. You're right. You're right. But I would say that at this point, of all those guys that got paid, you feel best about the investment that the Packers made in Jordan Love compared to any of those other guys.
Of those three, for sure.
You're right. Of guys that didn't have as long of a track record that got big money deals, yes. Next. Whoa, Nelly!
Unless I'm misremembering, didn't the Jaguars complete the comeback over the Chargers, who were up big?
That could be.
I don't remember the Jaguars having
then that's a great win for them.
Yeah, I was just fact-checking for the first time ever.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, but you didn't really fact-check it. Did you look it up?
I do think you're right.
Or did you just
got a hunch?
Rely
on
your
feeling.
memory?
Going with my gut.
All right, you ask your next question while I fact-check your fact.
There's an old firm that used to go with their gut that we really respected around here until they disbanded.
Oh, tough break.
Last one, we have a year-end team meeting coming up at the conclusion of the show here today in our Madison office. I have been asked to lead a trivia game for the team meeting. What game show should I have gone with to inspire the trivia session for our team meeting?
Chain Reaction.
Press Your Luck.
All right, Press Your Luck would be a little difficult to pull off. I don't know if I have the,
you don't have the graphics.
Buttons, and the whammy dude. How would Chain Reaction work in the team huddle?
Because you can do things. It's gonna be collaborative, and you can also kind of message while you're doing it, which is when you're doing a team meeting on goals for next year, which is I think a really good idea.
Give me a letter below ESPN. M. Oh, Madison.
I don't think you know how chain reaction works.
I know I don't. Can you explain it to us?
Isn't chain reaction's the word game, right? That's the word. ESPN
it's like a crossword
Madison.
puzzle.
Madison acts. Yeah, it's like compound words. Why do you like that game?
I think it's fun. I think it'd be great in a team setting like this. Yes. You asked the question. I didn't just randomly throw. What do you want to do? Price is Right?
Maybe.
That's what we're going to do.
Family Feud.
Wouldn't Jeopardy be easy?
Jeopardy's popular in the classroom. Yeah.
Okay.
In the 2022 postseason, the Los Angeles Chargers had a 27-0 lead with 4:25 left in the first half. They lost 31-30 to the Jacksonville Jaguars. Jesse, great memory, good pull, well done, bravo. And as often is the case in the YouTube commentary, we now are getting inundated with possible game shows that Jesse could play in the meeting. Card Sharks.
Not bad.
It's just blackjack.
No, you go higher or lower, right?
What's My Line?
I don't even know what that one is.
That's like improv.
Oh, yeah, that's like the comedians do that one, yeah.
So we will continue to take your suggestions on which game Jesse should play.
Supermarket sweep.
I am not familiar enough with the inner workings of chain reaction. That's one game that I do not know, so I will take Tausch's word for it on that, just like I take his word for it when it comes to Prize Picks.
It's the holiday season, the best time of the year for sports. Bowl games and basketball matchups and NBA Cup championships and playoff pushes. They're all happening at once. And you know what? There's no better place to go to play daily fantasy than Prize Picks. Make your picks less than 60 seconds. Choose more or less on at least 2 player stats. Get them right. Cash in. And new this season, you get early payouts. So your lineup gets off to a hot start. You can cash out before the game even ends. Deposits are fast and easy with Venmo and Apple Pay, MasterCard, and more. Download the Prize Picks app today and use that code WI. You get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Again, that's code WI to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. It's good
to be right. What about 25 words or less?
How does that one really work?
It's kind of like Name That Tune. You know, I can get these, whatever it is, 6 or 8 clues, whatever they play,
and it's like a category. So if I said like,
and you get to use 25 words or less, then you kind of play. I can get these in 14 words, and you'd be in the role of Meredith Vieira.
One of the GOAT game show hosts doesn't get enough respect for replacing a lot, just like Drew Carey on The Price is Right.
Who did she replace?
Regis.
Is that show still going?
Who wants to? Well, she's not doing it. She's been done doing Millionaire for a long time.
But is that show still going?
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm definitely out of.
Just a fact check.
I used to watch a lot of game shows, but I don't watch them nearly as much as I once did. I love game shows. They're fun.
Good to know. We'll wrap things up next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance. All day, every day, the Carbless talk and text line is open for you.
First off, there is not one team that's on the fringe that scares me.
800-990-3776. The Carbless talk and text line. This is more.
When you're high, you feel different. Pretty obvious, right? You think different, talk different, but if you feel different, you drive different. So if you're high, just don't drive. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
College hockey fans, get ready because the ice is heating up in Milwaukee for the Quick Trip Holiday Face-Off. 4 powerhouse programs, 2 action-packed days, 1 champion. It's Wisconsin, Boston College, Lake Superior State, and the defending national champion, Western Michigan. Battling it out December 28th and 29th at Fiserv Forum. Feel every bone-rattling hit and every clutch goal as these elite programs collide for holiday bragging rights. Tickets are moving fast. Grab yours today at Ticketmaster.com or the Fiserv Forum box office. The Quick Trip Holiday Face-Off. 4 teams, 1 trophy. Who will own the ice?
Without an Advent clinic nearby, people suffering needlessly from chronic nasal congestion and sinus infections would be stuck with either Band-Aid or sledgehammer solutions. Band-Aids are pills or nasal sprays, and they're not true solutions. Surgery is a sledgehammer, and that's what we're trying to avoid. Because most people don't need surgery for nose and sinus issues, nor do they want a 14-day recovery. Our unique Advent approach can, in 20 minutes in our office, open your blocked nose for good, with only 1-day recovery. I'm Advent founder Dr. Kandula. Outside of Advent's four walls, invasive surgery is what they'll recommend. But here you will find effective and convenient in-office solutions to help you stop the need for Band-Aids and avoid the sledgehammer.
Go to adventknows.com to schedule your appointment, because Advent knows when you breathe well, you live better. Most insurance accepted.
We love the Packers. We bleed green and gold. And every time our team takes the field, well, it's pure football bliss. If only there was a way to experience that blissful winning feeling every day. At Associated Bank, we've got you with 10% off Lambeau concessions and 15% off Pro Shop merch. All when you get Packers checking from Associated Bank. It's how Packers fans keep winning on game day and every day. Associated Bank, Bank of the Packers. Learn more at associatedbank.com/Packers. Member FDIC.
Change your grocery game plan to locally owned Century Foods, home of the best meat, freshest produce, and tastiest treats.
And free groceries.
Okay, just calm down. We'll get to that later.
Stay tuned in right here to score free groceries.
Stop, please.
Okay, I'm shutting up. My lip is zipped.
Let's get to this week's specials at Century Foods.
Now through Wednesday, save on 28-ounce selective varieties, Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce, $2.79. 0.75 to 2.64-ounce selective varieties, McCormick packet gravy, 4 for $5. 24 to 28-ounce selective varieties, grown in Idaho frozen potatoes, 2 for $7. 15 to 150-count selective varieties, solo cups or plates, 2 for $7.
And now time for the big reveal. Free groceries.
That's too over the top.
Free groceries from Century Foods.
Forget it. I'll handle the rest. Enter to win $500 worth of free groceries on Century's Facebook or Instagram by December 31st.
Buying a new roof might not be the most exciting thing you'll do this year, but for us at Big Fish Contracting, being chosen to do that roof for you not only provides income for multiple families in southeastern Wisconsin, but has a global reach and impact around the world. To us, it's more than just a roof. We've been earning trust for over 2 decades, roofing, siding, windows, and more. Go to bigfishcontracting.com to learn how Big Fish is renovating homes and redeeming an industry.
You're listening to Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella at 855-PELLA-WI or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio.
Bring it to the party, bring it to the ESPN Milwaukee team. Box full of Kringle is a Midwest dream. OT and Jason at the radio station sing. Nothing starts a show like a freshman Kringle ring. Flaky, tasty, bake just right. Kringle makes your day take flight. Racing Danish Kringle, oh, it's the joy you want to share.
Sounds like this could have been in like High School Musical. Like Zac Efron jamming while he's eating some Racine Danish Kringle.
I like to think it's like a European band and they don't know how to say it, so.
Nevertheless, very fun from our contest. It was ineligible, but it was very fun. I want to remind you, too, and I talk about David and the team at Grubel Offices all the time. David has been obviously a great friend to me and a great friend to Milwaukeeans. And you see them everywhere now, throughout the state, throughout the Midwest. They've expanded, and they are there to help you if you've been injured in an accident. One call, that's all. 414-276-6666. 414-276-6666. Grubel Offices. One call, that's all. We thank him for his support of the show, and I certainly thank him for his support of us. Tausch, I'm headed over to Lambeau. We will talk to the coordinators. If I ask Jeff Hafley if he's able to dust off some of the ideas he had for a Micah Parsons list defense during the offseason, will I be accused of asking a trick question by him as well?
He is going to understand that questioning is going to be it's fair, and to understand what his mindset is going into a huge game in trying to find ways to pressure Caleb Williams. How you do that while you stay stout versus the run game that is very good. It's going to be a heck of a challenge for him. And, yeah, I don't think you get into the how do you replace Micah and you're going to get a canned answer. But how much of what you did last year can you lean on, understanding you didn't have Micah and you were a very good defense last year too, while everything's got to be caveated because he doesn't want to get caught in a quote battle where you can make any inclination that they're better off this way because they're not.
And you would agree that what they did defensively against the run in the first meeting 2 weeks ago, 138 yards is still 138 yards, but it took them 32 attempts. They did not have a run longer than 9 yards. Would you take that same performance from their run defense on Saturday night?
Yeah,
I would too.
I just think you have to find ways to get off the field, and that second half they couldn't. And that's going to be the key. And part of it is you need to get Caleb Williams in some 3rd and 6 pluses and force Ben Johnson into keeping him drop back and see if he can go through his progressions, because he didn't in game 1. He did not.
We will see what happens. We still got a few more days to get ready for Saturday night. Thanks to Bryan Bulaga, thanks to Uncle Homer, and thanks to you for coming along for the ride with us today. Have a great day. Take care. Be good.
Miss any of today's episode of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin? Commercial-free full show podcasts are available free on the ESPN Wisconsin app.
This season, give gifts that are always a win. Island Resort and Casino gift cards, gaming and dining, poolside fun, and overnight stays. Gift cards unlock endless island adventures, like championship golf rounds on Sweetgrass and Sage Run, a blissful escape to the Drift Spa, and an unforgettable evening in the Island Showroom. To buy Island Resort and Casino gift cards, stop by the Island Club or call 877-ISL-SHOW now.
Skip the usual winter gifts, the sweater, the candle, the quick gift card. This year, upgrade it. The Jewelry Center is giving one lucky listener a $2,000 gift certificate so you can trade in. That's nice for, oh my gosh, this is amazing. With 4 convenient Southeast Wisconsin locations, the Jewelry Center has something unforgettable for someone special. Or even for you. Enter now at goodkarmabrands.com/Wisconsin contests. No purchase necessary. Contest ends December 23rd. Full rules online.
This holiday season, imagine a home that feels safer, cozier, and truly yours. Hey, I'm Brad Nortman, and I know how much it means when your home finally works the way you've always hoped. Lifetime Home Services helps families create that comfort. From cleaner air and radon safety to organized closets and smart home automation, it's all about making your home feel better every day. Mention this ad during your consultation for 10% off. Plus, earn credits towards future home projects with our end-of-the-year special. Start creating a home that feels good to live in at lifetimehomeservices.com.
When it comes to joint replacement, you want the best care available. The Orthopedic Surgery Center in Pewaukee is a leader in joint replacement, offering same-day surgery with advanced technology. Their team of experts specializes in knee, hip, and shoulder replacements, using the latest techniques to minimize pain and recovery time. The team at Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin can get you back to what matters, living pain-free. Total joint replacement. There is a difference. Visit orthowisconsin.com.
Hey, it's Rich Eisen. You're listening to 94.5 ESPN WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Starting on Friday night between 2 SEC teams, Oklahoma and Alabama. 844-204-RICH is the number to dial. We ask Eagle fans to call in and tell us how they feel about Jalen Hurts, and they have obliged. We'll get to your calls later this hour. Please stay on hold. Todd McShay is about to join us to talk about the future and the National Football League draft. Maybe we'll talk a little bit of college football with him, but he's his usual Wednesday spot. My Hall of Fame friend from the NFL Network and also QB Confidential is great. Must subscribe to YouTube channel, ladies and gentlemen. Kurt Warner back here. How you doing, Kurt?